Welcome to the Type1 Radio Lounge News Bong.
Oh, Steve.
And in the news this week, Roger Hayes, we were trying to get him on in a couple of weeks. He got arrested on Monday. Oops. And yeah, that's a bit crazy, isn't it?
That's very crazy. So you just tell people that we have with us tonight our superstar special guest, Mr. Prater X.
Woohoo! Hello, Prater.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah, good. And we've got Reset.
Hello, Reset.
Hey guys.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Sonic.
Oh, Bartek.
And yeah.
Ken, are you there?
And I'm Ken. Yeah.
Ken.
Hey, Ken. Welcome to the Type1 Radio Lounge.
Welcome. Should you on your debut on the lounge?
Yeah. And
Yeah. I thought since I was a virgin.
You're a virgin.
I thought since I was a virgin here, I'd just kind of sit in the background and soak it in, you know?
okay. Well, chip in whenever you want.
Yeah.
You got it, bud.
As long as you're not too stoned to say anything.
Yeah.
Judging by what you say in the chat room every week.
And yeah, hopefully we'll be joined by the Green later, maybe.
Well, Blue Green's not available at the moment, but I'm sure if he wants to come in, he'll let us know.
Yeah.
Do a bit of keep the chat open.
Yeah. And so if anybody wants to call in or Skype in, the number is 347. What else is it?
Oh, sorry.
347-996-5515, or just hit the Skype button and you'll enter the lounge.
Yes, you will. I'll just try and bring Blue Green in because he likes to come in. Yeah. He's available. So yeah, we've got some big news over here right now in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Ringo Starr's birthday, huh?
Ringo Starr's birthday. Well, that's as big as it gets, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the least of your worries.
Yeah. Is Ringo still alive?
Apparently.
He must be.
Is it bingo?
He must be still paying the.
Tell us, Steve. Tell us what's going on there, man. What's up with the financial crisis in the UK right now?
Well, it's absolutely fracked. Yeah, we've just had a revelation from Barclays Bank that they were actually fixing the interest rates.
And the chief executive, or the former chief executive, Bob Diamond, was in front of the Treasury Select Committee the other day, which
laughing his ass off, going, "Oh, I didn't know that he was fixing the reset."
Yeah, he's busy planning his next vacation, right?
Well, he's only got £30 million, Prater, so I don't see how he can actually afford to go on holiday.
He doesn't have any time to go anywhere except count his ducats, right?
Yeah. But he basically stood in front of the select committee and just laughed at them.
Yeah.
And said, "Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to fucking jail me?" Don't think so.
He was basically just giving them the finger verbally.
Yeah.
By just going, no.
Just by saying it wasn't his fault and he wasn't aware that it was going on. Like, you know, he's only the boss after all.
Yeah.
It's only the guy who set up the entire investment arm of Barclays.
And then in the House of Commons,
So if you want to,
after that,
you want to type in.
Hello, Blue Green.
Hello, Blue Green.
Here in America, you got to wait until they publish their memoirs for millions to get anything near the resemblance of the truth of what really is going down, right?
Yeah.
Even then, it's all revised anyway.
Yeah, completely. I mean,
and then you've got the ongoing scandal with H-Boss and HSBC. Oh no, it's NatWest, isn't it? And
Northern Rock.
No, it's Lloyd's and NatWest that just shut their operation down for a week and just kept everybody's money for, for a week.
And now some people have found that direct debits have been paid twice.
Even better, yeah. So no wages have been paid in, but direct debits have been paid twice.
And then they'll be charged.
And they'll be charged for the...
But on the last note with the banks, my notices that I sent have sent me another check.
Are they?
Ooh.
So what's the word on the dastardly duo, the Murdoch boys? We haven't heard much about them. They're not all over the papers anymore. They quietly drifted to the back burner. What's going on with that, guys?
Well, funnily enough, we kind of had the assumption when this story broke about the interest rates being fixed by Barclays that was obviously a cover-up for something else, something more sinister sort of thing, because a lot more people have come out of the woodwork about the Murdochs. They're obviously not getting the payoffs anymore, and are starting to, have you heard about the other cops who've suddenly sort of gone on?
No, I haven't. They're coming forward saying that they were in on the whole...
There's been 2 or 3 more policemen named in the scandal, and they've basically gone on holiday for a long time.
All right.
It's like you said, they're not getting paid off anymore, so they're starting to come forward because they want to get their little book of the week, movie of the week, show of the week in the press, right?
For sure, yeah. And have you noticed the lack of celebrity sort of news? Where all the celebrities going sort of lately, and it's because these people.
Bohemian Grove.
Well, they're all paying off so much. There's no sort of slush fund for minor celebrities anymore, so there's no more these little tit-for-tat sort of kiss and tell stories anymore.
Yeah.
So a lot of them are complaining, and when you go off Hotmail, you go into that SSN News.
Oh, I don't know. It's been all about what's his name? Surrey, their baby, and what's his name?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, thank you.
Yeah, it was recently in the papers that Rupert Murdoch's horrible little face was featured, and it was saying that he had Twittered, "Watch this space, and there's going to be some juicy revelations about Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes."
Oh, they're nothing like a good celebrity scandal to gossip about, huh?
Yeah. That's right.
That really tells us what's going on in the world.
Right now, I can feel it. I'm excited.
I think it was curious about, at the same time as you could have read the situation like Cameron was throwing Rebecca Brooks to the wolves because she got arrested.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was really just shortly after that the story got broken that Cameron had left his daughter in the pub.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that had happened weeks before, but it hadn't come out to the press because it's a security matter. And it was kind of embarrassing. Obviously, it's embarrassing, but it was funny that it came out just the day after when Rebecca Brooks went, right, that's it. I think that's one of the, it looks like that was a sort of tit for tat, right, you're going to just turn your back on me. Here we go,
Yeah.
Relating back to the Tom...
I hate to interrupt, but... y'all were talking about economy. I live in a city where the working class only exists to meet the needs of the wealthy retired. So
that's the same everywhere, I think.
There was one thing I was going to throw out there that I yesterday I heard that I think it's Scranton, Pennsylvania. They had this thing where the city is damn near bankrupt, and what they ended up having to do was all the city workers, no matter what they were previously making, they all got bumped down to minimum wage. And then I guess I think there's a judge in town that said that no, you can't do that. You have to pay them what they had been getting paid, and they had already printed the checks and sent them out. And so now they're like, well, what the hell do we do about this? I mean, there is no money to pay them what they would need to. So it's like they don't know how else to address the issue except, I guess, maybe the town's going bankrupt.
They're Stockton, California just went on the record as the largest city in America to go bankrupt. That's right next to Modesto, Stockton, Modesto. That's where George Lucas's Luke Skywalker Ranch is, the Skywalker Ranch, where we heard last week or 2 weeks ago he was setting up some sort of, what was it? Affordable housing right on his property.
Good old George Lucas.
Yeah, right on Skywalker Ranch. You can go stay in affordable housing. It's going to be awesome, right? But anyways, maybe they'll have, like, you know, Jawas and Wookiees.
Yeah.
Doing the maintenance, landscaping, I don't know. But anyways.
Chewbacca's in the mix with plumbing.
I want you guys to know, I got that laughter in the background. That was Wharf Rat. He'll be coming out soon with his new radio show. He's laughing in the background. So it's going to be a Grateful Dead tribute radio show, musical broadcast for, you know, it's going to be coming out real soon. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, that was a little digression, though. Yeah. Crazy.
More financial news over here is we've just pumped another 50 billion. We've printed another 50 billion pounds.
Oh, that'll help. That'll help.
Yeah,
they're attacking your savings now. That's a silent tax on your savings. When they kill, you know, the value, the buying power of a currency, that's a silent tax on your savings.
Yeah.
All of a sudden goes down. And you know what they're doing over here? A lot of the companies now, my own company, they're not, you know, they're talking about, oh, you know, it's hard times, might not be able to pay like the usual, you know, like holiday pay and stuff like that. These little benefits that get like, you know, sliced and chopped because, you know, every company, big or small, follows the same paradigm, the same playbook, which is whenever our profit is threatened, we pass on the loss to the workers. Exactly. They are the ones who lose, not the management, not the least productive members of the company. No. Let's tax the most productive members of the company.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they used to be fucked. They used to be fucked, aren't they, those?
Yeah.
Well, the day is coming when the House of Cards will collapse because that is something that it's already collapsing.
It's been and gone, and we're just watching it crumble. We're watching it justify.
Can I just, I just round it up a little bit as well with the news that you gave at the very beginning of the show about a man called Roger Hayes from this country who was actually trying to set up a lawful bank. And Roger was also withdrawing payment of what we have here called council tax, which is a tax that is supposed that every householder has to pay, supposedly to go towards your street lighting and your police force and your fire and all these kind of things. But it's actually a scam because it doesn't actually go to any of these things. So he was withholding payment of this tax. And challenging what the legality of it within the court system, but at the same time he was coming up with something called the lawful bank, which a lot of people were very interested in, and we were going to have Roger on the show in the next couple of weeks. He was supposed to be coming down here to do a talk, but the talk fell through for various reasons. And anyway, out of the blue, the police came along to his house at 4 o'clock in the morning, or whatever time in the morning, and arrested him.
And get this, he was tried
without a jury, tried and jailed on the same day. No one could find out where he was, not even his family.
21 days?
They've jailed him for 21 days.
And we have our legal system here says you cannot be jailed for a civil crime without the civil crime being first made a criminal crime, which has to go through court first. So you have to be arrested and then tried first, and then retried if you're found guilty. So they've skipped the whole process basically. Just put him in irons.
And Roger is also the head of the British Constitutional Group, which after this fiasco, he's just going to take them all to fucking clean.
Well, hopefully.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens
next. What seems to be
next.
happening over here is that they're obviously knowing that things are shifting, and that the more, education, unocculting things is the worst thing that can happen to them.
Yeah.
So they need to take the main players down, and so far Roger's the highest profile case, but there's been others who are quite influential in the movement.
Yeah.
Who are doing it, so I think so it's a scary old process that they're trying to engage in now. But
I think there was a lot of it. That's it.
Exactly. They can only make us stronger.
Yeah, that's it. It's just fear tactics, because at the end of the day, Roger's in prison. He's talking to a lot of people in there, I'm sure, and it's actually their worst nightmare to have someone like Roger in prison talking to people. So it works on both sides.
I think it's worth pointing out that Roger Hayes is, although I don't think he's connected directly to the Freeman on the land thing, he does use common law.
Yeah.
In his representations in front of the court, and there were some very famous videos on YouTube. The American listeners might not know this, but there were some very famous videos on YouTube where he was doing all this. You know the Freeman thing where you don't.
We're losing you.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Freeman thing where you don't stand when the judge comes in, and you don't do various things. So he was using all those tactics. And it was really inspiring to watch judges walk out of the room and then the case collapse and him being, the people walking free.
And he arrested a judge.
Yeah, that's right. But also those videos were taken down, or at least it was made so that people in the UK couldn't watch them.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first, like when YouTube that YouTube changes every now and again.
Yeah.
YouTube changed, it convulsed, and it became that you couldn't see those videos, and it was like, all they were was like phone videos of a court case about council tax. So in the face of it, not very important, but very educational.
Yeah.
And that's not about the council tax, is it?
No.
No.
It's showing up the process. Exactly.
Isn't YouTube owned by Google now?
It always has been. Wasn't it?
What's that?
Google's always owned YouTube.
No.
Yep.
Isn't it?
No, they took acquisition about 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
They're totally linked now. I mean,
Well, everything's like all the big ones are all pretty much. I mean, that's when you see.
They're all owned by the fucking CIA.
Yeah.
Oh.
Talking of CERN.
Well, that's financial news over and done with.
Bong.
Well, I just noticed.
Yeah.
Moving on
to science news.
It was in the drawer where all those other funny things are kept.
Right at the back.
By the Chinese menu.
They found it by bashing particles into each other.
Yeah.
Why don't I think of that? Yeah.
Get the magnet.
It's right by the monolith in 2001, isn't it? When the old apes are smacking the bones off each other. There you go.
Yeah.
So they shoved some particles around that 27-mile underground tunnel. Tube, yeah.
Wow.
YouTube.
It's like the Circle Line, isn't it?
Yeah. Goes nowhere.
Yeah. For American listeners, there's a tube line in London called the Circle Line, and it just goes round and round.
Yeah. Orange and green.
Yellow Circle Line.
Oh, yeah.
You have to
Yellow and
mind
green,
the gap or the Higgs Boson will burst.
Yeah.
But the description, I don't know whether any of you heard the description. It really correlates with what Darren Dioge is saying, that they said that it was the goo that found, they gave everything mass. So, everything is goo.
No.
And it is the goo particle.
Ah. That is interesting, yeah.
And Mr. Boson, was there? Was it
Higgs.
Was it Mr. Higgs? Dr. Higgs. He was going, I didn't think it would be found in my lifetime, and then he later on said off the record that he thought they were talking doo-doo.
Yeah.
There you go. So we're thinking that's maybe a CERN trying to appease the backers story. Yeah, we found it,
Maybe they've just found another little porthole to...
Another crisp packet in the tunnel.
Remember those stories? They were great, weren't they? That somebody travelled back in time and left a beer bottle and so that they didn't find it. You know,
that was you, Steve, wasn't it?
Like in Bill and Ted Jackson.
If it was me, I don't remember. I wouldn't have left the bottle. I smashed it.
Yeah, I found it strange. Michio Kaku was on CNN talking about, them finding the Higgs boson, and he was saying, I kind of cringe when I hear the term God particle. It kind of wanting to disassociate, God or anything like that from it, because it's like, no, we found this thing, and it's. I mean, now we can maybe see, what the pre-universe was like, and da 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 da, and going on, and I don't know. It's kind of struck me a little odd, I guess.
Yeah.
He thinks he's the God particle, doesn't he? Come on, Caroline, if you're listening.
Yeah, he doesn't want it to be goo. He wants it to be cack, doesn't it? So it could be named after him.
Yeah, right. Cack goo.
Cack goo, yeah.
That was funny. There was a little press conference held on the telly sort of thing, and they were just they're going, yes, we have an announcement to make. We have fucking hell, why is Schwarzenegger television?
They all come out of the same mould as well, don't they?
They do, yeah.
They all have heat damaged hair.
Did he say, I'll be back?
Yeah.
He said something to that effect, yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, he just looked like he was off to join the Bob Diamond to go to Tuscany to meet the old Archon, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, my work here is done. I'll see you later. More prices this year. Fuck you guys.
Interesting.
So, that was science news.
Science news, yes. Shall we go to...
Just have another little bong. Marijuana is not the gateway drug.
It's not the gateway drug.
No.
Smoke weed every day.
You waste my time for the last 30 years.
What's the gateway drug then?
A new
Glue?
study has...
Sugar?
Alcohol.
Alcohol, there you go.
Oh, right, there we go.
How about milk?
Put the Rothschild stock up.
They all start out on milk.
Good evening, Jay.
Hello, Jay.
Good evening. They all start out on milk. That adds to the gateway drug.
Yeah.
Milk's the gateway drug. There you go.
Once they start breathing and start taking that...
once they...
Air.
It's, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah. Balloons.
Oh my God, yeah, the balloons. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I was talking to my friends about that last night, and he was saying that he was at a rave the other week, and all the kids were doing balloons.
Should we ask if anyone else knows what we're talking about here?
Anybody in the States, have you heard of people doing balloons, like gas in balloons, like like whip it?
Nice.
Whip it?
Yeah, like whip it.
Yeah.
Stick it in the balloon.
You know, like when you take, if you've got a balloon...
It's like the canisters out of the soda stream.
It's nitrous oxide that the dentist used to give you. That's laughing gas, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is, but that's what kids are doing these days anyway. For fun, gassing themselves.
Like
lighter gas.
Whipped cream thing. And you get that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I was sticking that in my mouth and killing this. Don't get high though.
They used to make a pipe that used to have nitrous oxide in, so you could smoke it with your favorite weed, and they call it the buzz bomb. It used to be in the States about 20, 30 years ago.
I'm not just like...
Wonder why that didn't catch on.
Because weed's better.
Well, I had laughing gas many years ago, and
In the balloon?
No, it was at the dentist.
Oh, right, okay.
And my mum afterwards told me that I was very embarrassing because when I came out of the dentist, I was just laughing hilariously, like just paralytic with laughing. And I don't remember any of this. All I remember is walking out of the dentist surgery sensibly, feeling very tired and wanting to fall asleep again, and just trying to fall asleep. And people shaking me and going, wake up, wake up.
Yeah, I used to have that when I was
sleeping gas.
Went to...
No, but apparently I was laughing hilariously and like being really just completely like... Raw. Yeah. I can't remember what... I think it was for my wisdom teeth or something like that.
Well, I remember having like an intravenous Novocaine and Novocaine and something else. But yeah, the anaesthetic was like that. And my,
just checking to see if you all can hear me. Ah, there I am. Okay. Nice.
Hey, hang on. She's the show is very echoey tonight.
Well, we're in the same room.
It's like we're in the middle chamber, Freighter.
Can you not just fit?
Can I share a mic?
Yeah.
Oop. Why did it go quiet?
Yeah, share a mic. Don't you know there's a war on?
It's not dangerous to share mics, is it? I won't catch anything, will I?
You're married.
Oh, I can share it with you, but I'm not sure about Nick.
Gooseberry mic.
I think he's all right.
Well, there you go. That's one of our lovely neighbours here in Brighton, Nick Cave in Badfield, and we call upon the offer. So we're back, and we are.
I'm making drinks.
Five chicks having Sonic's having a fag, and 5 chicks making drinks. But we're back. So
I'm reloading my bong.
Pardon me? Sorry, I never heard that. Well, there you go.
What did you start with news story, please?
Next. Well, the next news story we have for you over here in the UK is we had a sort of precursor to a terrorist arrest on the the only toll road we have in the UK is the M6 motorway, or part of the M6. We have to pay.
It's a very useful road to use.
It's a very useful road to use if you don't want to get caught in traffic and you're rich, basically.
No, it's a useful road to use if you want to do a terrorist mock experiment, because you can close it off without actually disrupting any of the other traffic in the country.
Yeah, and basically somebody reported to the driver of this company called the Megabus, which is I don't know if they are actually megabuses or they're just normal sized coaches or not, but
it's just cheap. It's
just cheap. Yeah.
Oh, there you go, right. And but this person was were they pouring liquid into electronic cigarette device?
Yeah.
Because obviously you're not allowed to smoke on public transport anymore.
Well, that didn't come out until later.
Right. Well, basically for one electronic cigarette, they pulled out 2 helicopters, and was it 6 battalions worth of armed policemen, as well as the army.
And fire.
And the fire brigade, and they just they brought the whole emergency services out for, and it was a weird old story the way it broke, because I just happened to be listening to the radio at the time, and they said, oh, there's an ongoing operation on the M6, so they let you know immediately that it was happening, which is immediately stinks, doesn't it? Because they normally keep that stuff, the for real stuff, they keep quiet until the next day.
Mm. And so, just to have all that equipment coming so quick, me and Nick were just talking about this, and it's just so obviously a setup that they were just using it as an excuse for one, to try out the whole setup, and for 2, to try it out in front of the public and make the public aware of this. So the psyops and a tryout for them at the same time.
Definitely.
Flex on the muscles, basically.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if there was a Kingstar van around, the Kingstar from the bombings, the 7/7, which this is the 7th, the News Bong.
News Bong. It's the 7th of the 7th, and it's the 7th anniversary.
How slick is that?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good. So that's 7 bongs. It's the 7th anniversary.
Yeah.
Just before we leave the last item, though, I read something funny regarding the incident on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
It said, imagine being a dog, and imagine being a police dog and having that great sense of smell and having it honed to a really, really high pitch. And then imagine being forced to go on a megabus.
Poor
thing.
Yeah. That can traumatise anyone, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Whether you've got a sense of smell or not.
Yeah, that was very bizarre.
So moving right along.
Yeah. So it's the 7th anniversary of those that false flag terrorism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be pumping that into the brains of the British psyche.
So I thought
ready for the false flag thing that's going to come after the Olympics or whatever kind of event will come after that.
That they did that just before 7/7 though. A couple of days before, so it's like you just reaffirmed that.
Yeah, gets into people's minds.
Well,
that they should fear.
The other thing related to the megabus story is that on the same day they also arrested 7 people in Yorkshire, was it, and also 7 people in London. But they weren't related to Al-Qaeda. I mean, they almost said, "Oh, it's not Olympic related."
Oh yeah.
They almost said that, didn't they?
No, they did. They did. I'm sure they did on the some guy from agency did on the news.
Olympic related.
No, he said it wasn't.
Yes, that's what I mean. They were actually saying, "Oh, but it's nothing to do with the Olympics."
Yeah, yeah.
As if they're saying, "Well,
be frightened in case
it is." Yeah.
Well, there's quite a lot of stories hankering around about various false flag terrorism at the Olympics. Have you seen the Chinese advert that was on Chinese TV during the Euro 2000?
I don't live in China right now.
It's on the YouTube, on the time machine there, and it basically depicted it's like a manga cartoon type thing, right. And this Chinese guy singing, and the background was London just at the Olympics. Yeah.
Wow. There you go.
Stadium. Oh.
You're right, Ken.
Smoke weed every day.
Ken.
I do.
We all do.
I don't.
How about we had a Class X solar player yesterday?
Well, yep. I did see that on thingy. There's a hell of a warning on Red Ice.
Back now, I'm like about 38 years experience of smoking weed every day.
You're a professional.
Yeah, I'm a pro.
Well, on Sun Activity News Bong, we've got an M-Class player with a storm going on right now.
Exciting.
Exciting stuff, yeah.
Expect a corona mass injection.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the millions that have, I think it's still millions that have a power outage here in middle America, kind of, and those solar flares aren't gonna help anything. I mean, with so many people with on the power out, I mean, the solar flares coming by, causing more heat isn't gonna help anything, and it's been just insane temperatures, like getting upwards of 110 in some places.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Because of all the microwave energy in the air.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that
just Free Energy Jay was saying earlier it was 110 in Phoenix.
Yeah, I was chatting with Samantha Roberta the other day, and she was saying that it was like 104 or something. What felt like 100.
Yeah.
Well, when you add there's a lot of humidity around too in some places.
Oh,
kind of.
Yeah, it's like 93 here today and 70-something% humidity. It's kind of like trying to breathe underwater.
But the thing about the power outages is it's not like, something just shut off and it's a matter of resetting something. It's a matter of a huge storm came through and knocked down a whole bunch of lines, and trees are just everywhere and buildings are damaged and stuff, and it's not quite the simple fix that, you'd think it would just be a power outage.
Yeah.
So I think it's been a little over a week now that people have not had power down there.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were warned by Judy Woods that when the switchover from analog TV to digital happened, we would get anomalies in the state, and we had storms.
And that we would get more tornadoes and heavier storms.
I was mentioning this to my brother-in-law last week. I was trying to find those pictures of the hurricane pictures where the grass is through like water and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That Judy shows.
Yeah.
I couldn't find any.
Were they not on her site?
I didn't maybe look through.
That might have been the place to go. Or even Andrew's site.
Judy Wood pictures on Judy Wood's site. Side off.
On that news bong, hopefully in the next couple of weeks we will have.
I think 18th of August.
Excellent.
I think that that is going to be a go for Andrew and Judy to come on.
And possibly John Hutchison as well.
If we can get hold of him, yeah. He doesn't always answer his phone.
And also...
He's that kind of guy.
Carla.
Also, coming up, I don't have a date yet, but Thomas Malone from Got the Talk will be...
That would be great. Maybe after... towards the end of the summer, maybe we can get Thomas on.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I'd like to get him over here.
And also, next week, our special guests in the lounge are going to be the Maniac Agenda.
Whoa.
Oh, great.
There you go.
I was chatting with Lenny yesterday, so yeah.
Leonardo.
I'd like to thank y'all for having me, and next time I'll do some research on the topic, so I'm not so ignorant of what's going on.
Come up with your own topics.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
Just anything. No, it's just our own boring opinions.
Yeah. Not boring.
Well, I don't want to be boring, but they, you don't have to agree. It is really, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Ken. Bye. Are you going?
Bye.
Was that a bye? Yeah. I guess you're off then.
Okay.
Or were you? Yeah. Are you going? Yeah, just hang out, Ken.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I mean, literally, because we can't see you.
It's second thoughts go.
We are, aren't we?
All you see is me and a bong anyway.
Yeah.
All I can see is you're helping a dog.
Oh, yeah, that's me with my dog. That's about
That dog had
6 years old.
That Ben.
Yeah, that picture of me is about 6 years old.
Okay.
I've got like long hair and a full beard and everything now.
Really, you've taken to the wilderness, have you?
Yes, exactly.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
we can.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Happy birthday for Friday.
Hello there.
Hello, Jim 42.
Hello, Jim.
42. It's 420.
420. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, do you know the real story behind 420?
Tell us, Ken. What is the real story?
Okay. It was these 4 kids in college, and they all smoked weed, and they all agreed to meet behind the statue at the same time every day, which was 420. And it got to where, they couldn't do it anymore, but at 420 every day, they'd all light up.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever they were.
Remember,
I thought it was about a proposition, 420.
they were at a college. I can't remember it because I read it a long time ago. But
that's a nice story. I thought it was going to be like they killed each other at that time or something.
No. I've slept since then.
But that's a nice one. Thanks, Ken.
Yeah.
No problem.
Someone today gave somebody else a present.
Yeah.
Positive LSD story.
Some people met up today and got high together and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
They sure did. So.
Yeah. Do you want to do the story about the DNA?
Yeah.
Come on then.
Why don't you do it?
Come on then. Come on then. Get the bong.
Right. This is more science.
Oh yeah, we're back to back to science news.
Magic.
And well, there's a story at the top of Red Ice at the moment, which I just thought was quite interesting, all about the genetic surveillance project, which there's a girl in, whereabouts is she? I can't remember where she is. Somewhere in America. But she is making artwork from. She's taken pieces of hair that she's just found around and about, and she's making artwork by producing computer-generated 3D profiles or from the hair that she finds. So
that's fracked up.
It's
that's
very fracked up.
That is taking what is not hers.
Yeah.
And making art from it. It's really not good.
Yeah.
She's a New Yorker, of course.
Yeah.
We're all great artists, Lou.
And it just seems, that's just too bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah.
The fact that she's databasing it, that's it, because it's all being databased on this computer 3D profile thing. So these people unwittingly, and I bet, if these people find out who they are, I bet they'll all be really chuffed to be part of this great artwork, and it'll all be like, well, I didn't mind. I thought that it was very interesting, and they'll kind of promo it like this, and it's like, what the fuck?
They're all invited to the...
Yeah, but the thing that I thought was interesting about this is that there have been a couple of other stories that link into this, surprisingly involving Madonna and Lady Gaga. What are the chances of that? And these are the stories that Madonna is now having DNA SWAT teams follow her around, and they basically do like a Reservoir Dogs style sweep of her dressing room or anywhere she's been, and just collect up all her DNA so that she's not leaving any samples of herself around anywhere. So I thought that was a bit odd that she should.
She knows about the cloning.
She knows there are. Well, whether she knows about it or not, she's certainly trying to make some kind of statement here, and either she's saying you're not going to clone me, or I'm just going to put this into the consciousness now. So I tend to think it's that she's going to put it into the consciousness.
DNA, isn't it?
Yeah. What is it? Is that really her initials?
MDNA, yeah.
MDNA, that's
well,
her initials.
In the Apple Super Bowl thing, show, that's what she had on the floor, MDNA.
Oh, what it was, wasn't it?
Right, interesting, yeah.
And I think that's what her new album's called.
Right, yeah. And the Lady Gaga link in with this is that she has just brought out is a fucking freak. Yeah. She's just brought out excuse my language, sorry. I will apologise in case.
You know what? In
case
my parents
on my behalf. You should hear my wife.
That's like a joke. You should hear my wife.
Get married to someone that spends time in the break.
But anyway, the Lady Gaga link in is that she's just brought out a new perfume, and in this perfume, her DNA is involved in this perfume. There's samples of her blood, and also sperm.
Was it her sperm?
Lady Gargle. Lady Gargle mouthwash.
But if you see the bottle that this perfume comes in as well, there's this like black liquid in it. It's shaped like an egg, and it's got these claws like an eagle or some kind of reptile, as kind of a bird reptile. Yeah, it's kind of hanging over the top of it, clasping hold of this black liquid egg.
What's the French for water again? Is it ew?
Yeah.
Toilet loo.
Oh.
That's minging, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's a few sort of DNA stories going around, whether it's people hiding their DNA, using their DNA to prostitute themselves, or stealing other people's DNA to make artwork. So,
waking up.
yeah.
Did anybody see that thing on the Friends of Freeman where the Flaming Lips had that video in which there was a naked girl in the bathtub being covered with various what seemed to be bodily fluids at different times?
No.
Yeah, I did see that, and I didn't see the original video, but I saw the kind of exchange of comments on Friends of Freeman.
Yeah, it was kind of disturbing, actually.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
I consider myself a Flaming Lips fan, actually.
They often use nudity, don't they? They're not afraid to kind of let it all hang
they
out.
had that one a couple of years ago where the big ball was rolling around and all those.
And they were all naked, were birthing out of it.
Yeah. And then they pull him in they get his clothes off him and take him inside the big egg thing at the end.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Yeah.
I
recently saw a news report of models and being put in poses with blood everywhere, like they've been slain by a serial.
Yeah.
Yeah. They seen
I saw some disturbing pictures of models who are supposedly on like a makeup shoot, but they're making them look like they've been mutilated.
Well, I suppose it's the bath box, isn't it? They're getting on that tip, bath box chic.
Yeah.
Zombie chic. Eat your face off chic.
Yeah. It's very disturbing.
Like they're trying to drive us to kill each other.
Yeah.
They won't,
or acclimatizing people to seeing people with very disturbing injuries.
Yeah.
That's true
too. Heroin zombie chic.
Yeah. It's very. Yeah. It's not good. It's not a good thing. It's not good to show people looking in really traumatized and victimized states. The fact that they look like they're, come from starvation. They're also stick thin. So they've got unnatural bodies. They're unnatural shapes as it is, and then they're being shown with horrendous scars and weird things. There was one of them that had like a Joker smile. Like the Joker.
Oh yeah.
Heath Ledger when he was the Joker. He was quite. He wasn't so much like the Joker in the early things, or even the Jack Nicholson Joker. But the Heath Ledger Joker was quite sinister, wasn't he?
Yeah,
much darker.
Well, I wouldn't even let my kids watch programs
cut side to side. Yeah.
I wouldn't even let my kids watch programs where the people who were supposed to be bad were all dressed in black, and the people who were supposed to be good were all dressed in white, because I believe that brings on prejudices.
Yeah, life isn't black and white, is it? Let's face it.
And that was happening in my generation back in the early 60s.
Yeah. Yeah, the old cowboy films, the bad guy always wore black, didn't he? Yeah.
Yep, and the good guy was always in white.
Yeah.
Just
Blackmail. Oh, that's a good one.
Tom Berenger movie, Rustler's Rhapsody, is a prime example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Well, everyone's wearing black these days in the movies, even the heroes.
Yeah.
Makes you look thin.
The Dark Knight. Harry Potter. Yeah.
The Matrix.
Neo.
The Matrix.
Yeah, that's it.
Just watched a bit of The Matrix last night, actually.
Yeah, it's always good
to
catch some of that, isn't it?
You just can't help but watch it for a little while,
It's a good movie, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe you can. I don't know.
But remember, pharmaceuticals are always bad, no matter what colour they are.
True.
It's funny.
It's only the amount you take as bad as.
just down the street from me, and I live out. Just down the street from me yesterday, a 17-year-old kid got shot in the leg. Someone broke into his house, and I live out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you've heard of BFE? Well, I live 50 miles past that.
No, I've never heard of BFE.
BFE is Bum F Egypt.
There you go.
It's like American for Timbuktu, I guess.
Right, okay.
Exactly. You live even further than that, Ken.
Yeah. It's proper deliverance country now.
So there's not even a trailer park where you are.
I was trying to do it without it.
Beard and a dog.
I've seen a great T-shirt.
Can I come and live with you, Ken?
Seen a great T-shirt once with two guys, silhouetted in a canoe, and the caption was "Paddle faster, I can hear banjos."
I saw a great one at Glade. It was Ketamine, only fools and horses.
Well, I heard of that, by the way, when you have seen that.
Yeah, that's a great T-shirt. In case anyone doesn't get that, ketamine is a horse tranquilizer, which
I know what ketamine is.
The kids are taking.
The kids enjoy a line or two of that. Yeah. Yeah.
Or three.
Coca-Cola, I told you I quit that shit.
Yeah, the joke around here is I live in Kerrville where the men and the sheep are nervous.
Yeah, I kind of broke out the bubble wrap and went from there.
We have to find this guy.
Oh, we have got his number. Oh.
John Pistachio Bong News.
Okay, what's the bong for John Pistachio? You going to ring him?
Nah, he won't do it.
John, cool, come on.
What does that mean, not in?
Oh, we're just calling John.
When he came on the show, we saved his number.
Yeah.
As any good CIA operative would.
Well, thank you very much for having me. My wife is blowing up my phone, so I gotta go.
Okay.
Okay, Ken. Well,
Take care.
Good night, Ken.
Peace.
Night, Ken.
Peace all.
Thank you.
Was that him?
No,
that's
Oh, it was a sound effect, okay.
That's the bong thing.
I thought it was Fred had done it first because he said he had a friend round.
Yeah.
So they just having a
Is he off chatting with his friends, mate?
No, he went to pick up our boys from the library.
Oh, right. Okay.
Is that the Saturday treat to go to the library?
Well, they get to use the computers in a more advanced fashion than they do at home because I don't want my computers crashing. And so they get to play all their games at the library, but one of our boys is an avid reader too, so he kind of like divides his time equally. The other one just talks to his friends and plays games for a little while, and then they get picked up and come home and join life again at the home.
How was the market today?
The market was good. It was different than it normally was because my partner was out, and so we had just a limited selection. But it went well. I sold everything that I brought.
Hey, kids.
Oh, can you hear him?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So you did a good trade.
Yeah, for what I made, I did good.
Yeah, that's good.
Excellent. Well, your rocks are going to be energized. They're going to be on their way to you very shortly, and
Awesome.
they'll energize your sales, I hope.
Fraser is totally psyched too, I'll tell you.
Yeah, we spoke today. It was very nice to talk to him sort of, and now that we have the necessary information, we can move on with our plan.
A cunning plan.
Get an envelope and take it down the post office.
Yeah, and it will reach you.
Excellent. Excellent.
So, Blue Green or anyone else?
I think Blue Green failed.
Do you have any news bongs for us?
I can't say that I do really. I was kind of looking at the CERN thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. I was listening. There's a blog thing on Joseph Farrell's site, He was quoting someone else, but I thought it was quite interesting. I've got my daughter with me tonight, and so before the show, we were looking into things.
Hey, Anne.
She's saying hello back. So we were kind of looking into, the inconsistencies of the 7-7 thing. Mm-hmm. And there's just so many that you don't know where to begin,
Mm-hmm.
But I thought there was another little thing just about the topics we've kind of already covered, but just a nice little analogy. They said, or Joseph Farrell was quoting someone else, and he said that CERN was like smashing two clocks together at high speed and examining the debris to try and find out how clocks work. But no, it's quite interesting, because if you think about it, if you smash them together hard enough, the wheels and the cogs might break apart, like actually into teeth, and you might end up with like half a spring and think, wow, half a spring, this is cool. If we replicate that, we might be able to make a clock. Or you might think that cog wheels are made out of cog teeth. It's not really telling you a hell of a lot. It tells you the result of your experiment, but what that means is just like another couple of years worth of top salary, isn't it?
Funding. That's exactly what I thought.
Forget the guy's name, but the guy that was last on the Red Eye this week, he's got some, his sort of theory about, how the universe works and how atoms are formed and things like that. And he was saying, people like CERN, they're never going to go, right, well, that's all, that's it, we've done it all, because they're going to just get themselves out of a job.
Yeah, exactly.
The Melchizedek guy. Isn't really his name?
Melchizedek, Darvolo.
No, not him.
Melchizedek. Melchizedek.
Yeah.
Isn't he the guy who lives forever?
Yeah, the original Archon.
Betrayer?
No, he's the guy who, John Lash says...
The Archon guy who's
he's still alive.
In Tuscany.
Yeah.
That's who I said Bob Diamond and that's off to visit, and the guy that announced the CERN thing.
Yeah.
They just looked like they were...
that dude there.
Him! Yeah. Les Visible. Well, that just sounds like Les Miserable, doesn't it? Is that play on words? What's going on there?
Less visible.
Les Visible.
But his name's Kai Yoga, is it?
No, that's what you talking about.
Kali Yuga, the Kali Yuga cycle.
The Kali Yuga cycle.
Yeah.
The Age of Darkness.
Not like Yogi Bear.
No.
Not the average bear. He's a writer, a poet, a musician, and a recording artist.
But that's the guy that said he sounds like Swami.
Okay.
It'd be good to get them to have a chat.
There's only one Swami.
It would take so long,
There's
though,
only
wouldn't
one
it?
Swami. Last night's show was beautiful.
Yeah, he's great old Swami, isn't he? Where is he tonight, do you think?
Oh, he's probably having an MB.
Or a BM.
That was so funny.
He's probably lying back having a cigar going,
I'm
my
just
work
going
here is
to
done.
listen this evening.
You see the bit where
Do not have to join
he's talking
in
away and then
all
suddenly he says to get a tune on.
Yeah.
And he's going, I had to give my wife the bank card that was in my other pants. He's going, see kids, that's his life. He didn't say kids. Artistic license on me there.
Wow, that's true. Very true.
Yeah. Great man. We miss you, Swan. Please come and get along. Anyway.
Maybe have a little tune?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's put
I
another
loaded
one.
this one up for reset. To reset my body. No. There you go, C16. Did you enjoy that reset?
Yeah. Who was that exactly?
C16.
Oh, okay. C60, right.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a while since I've heard him.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks. But you can indeed teach an old dog new tricks. Can't we? Yeah. That's just something that's put into the consciousness to make you think.
Oh, there we go.
Once you're old, you're fucked. But that's wrong. You can keep going.
Yeah.
I can't vouch for that myself. Partly it's true.
Well, it might be that you know so many tricks, there aren't so many.
This is yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you can't.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
You maybe just
no,
you
can't
do the same trick in a new way.
No, I read this book years ago called Mega Brain, and it was about your about the onset of Alzheimer's and stuff like that. It can be evolved by keeping your mind active and generating new brain cells, because your brain cells, as fast as they degenerate, they can regenerate as quickly as well. And it's a nonsense that the connections don't get made once you get older.
And as Bruce Lipton says.
And as Bruce Lipton was saying, which
you're not defined by your DNA.
You're not defined by your genes.
Sorry, your genes, yeah.
And, because that was kind of ties into what Luke was saying earlier, wasn't it?
Go on.
About, I was going to jump in when he was talking about something about Bruce, because it was similar to what Bruce Lipton thing we were just listening to. But it's gone completely out of my mind. I don't think there's any left, mate. We can have wine if you want them.
Oh, you've got some wine.
Yeah. Sorry. Blue Green's just gone to the bar, and unfortunately I'll put the last one.
Blue Green, you mean Nick?
Oh, sorry, Nick.
Nick just went to the bar. And the bar is called Heaven.
The cupboard was bare.
Around there.
On Friendship Agenda news, Freeman's put up like a new, or just updated the resource for the rabbit hole. Have you seen a picture of me?
Yes.
No?
Yeah. Inside the rabbit at the thingy. I've got a better picture of you at that time though. I can't find it.
What's the picture of?
It's the rabbit hole sign at Lake with me with my head.
You know those seaside pictures where you put your face in
the... wicked. And I just want to give a big yay to Blue Green as well for
Blue
his
Green's
fantastic artwork that he's been coming up with.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
it made me laugh, so I thought it might make you guys laugh.
A lot
yeah,
of,
definitely, yeah.
I did one where I changed the dollar to "In Goddess We Trust." That took like hours on Photoshop. But that was a brilliant one. Have you actually ever scanned a dollar and looked at it in like is it 4A size, like a poster size?
Oh, A5.
A5 is mental.
Oh, A3.
Yeah, we had a friend who'd had a.
It's in the album.
Yeah, seen it all. Yeah, mad. But we had a friend who had a 42-inch monitor back in the 90s.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was quite something. And it was he also had a projector one. You could put your, and it was overhead projectors. And we looked at a sort of 8-foot size of the pyramid once. It was just bizarre, very, very bizarre. Remember?
Yeah.
Told you that, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, that pyramid with the ear on it.
The ear on it, yeah, it's just great.
I love it.
Maybe we should get some.
Yeah, that was great.
Little buzzy.
My kind of ambition. I'm not really as good with originating artwork. You can Photoshop's kind of great fun, and you can change things and rub things out. But I'm not that great at just drawing, and I don't have a scanner. But I'd really like to do like a comic strip.
Yeah.
With the Illuminati, but call them something ludicrous, like the Illuminanas or something, and just make them a figure of fun, make them kind of like a total pile of idiots.
The Illuminati. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good, yeah, like
that. We're listening in instead of looking in.
Yeah, but using Photoshop like that, Blue Green, is art to a very high standard, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, totally agree, and it's a really good. It eats up your whole day,
It does, yeah.
And it's like 2 a.m, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And once you get a bit once you learn the ins and outs of Photoshop, you start getting really anal about how good it is, and you start feathering the edges, don't you? And sort of,
Do you have
inverting and exverting and sort of masking and thingy?
Yeah, and then you move on to After Effects, and then you're just lost.
Yeah. I know.
I think it's very Andy Warhol though, using that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine what he'd be doing.
Do you remember?
Probably pyramids with ears on.
I thought it was Picasso myself.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd have put Marilyn's face at the top of the pyramid.
Yeah. Van Gogh cut a piece here.
Van Gogh's ear.
Very clever.
In the pyramid.
Yeah.
The ear of the pyramid.
Was it Blue Green?
Was it?
Was it?
I have no idea.
Who's the ear?
No, it was.
It wasn't a Horus's ear, was it?
No. I was thinking, what's you know, what's the symbology? It's like, was it a lefty or was it a right?
I just knew it wasn't Mario because there wasn't a flag behind it.
No, I just did like a search engine for images and picked the one that kind of looked, you know, there was some that were...
Enough, well, you know, when you look at the eye in the dollar, and when you, it's like a lithography ink drawn, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a print off of a thingy, and it's the same style over here you've got, is it not?
Well, I mean, that's true. I did spend some time in finding... That's why I...
You researched it.
Yeah, no, I mean, there was just spaces and stuff, and I thought, what's the point in starting with that and then trying to make it look like an etched dollar? I was just being lazy, really.
Yeah.
The more you prep, the least you have to do.
Yeah, I would. Mine would have been a lot cruder than that. It would have been big old wine. It would have been compressed down as well.
There'd be tubs is there.
Good old tubs.
Oh.
We found out his real name this week, which is
don't give it out.
Quite disappointing.
you got to come blue green just to meet Tubs.
There's a little kid across the road who's like about 80 stone, and he's about 20.
Is he? Wow. Is he that old?
Is he that? He might be still a teenager. Yeah, he's just a head on a ball.
He's got motorbikes.
He's got motorbikes all of a sudden. It's like, oh, fucking great. You know, he's round at like 6:30 every morning, getting out of the garage next to him.
Oh wow!
But we've got this bloke who moved in across the road from us, who's sort of like we don't mix a lot with the people on our street, but we kind of thought he looked up our street sort of thing, so we invited him round for a drink. And he's going, yeah, that guy's really... He's knocked my door every day because his house is right next to his garage. And he's in his house every night sort of talking to him. He's like, you know, poor guy. Special needs, we call them over here.
Learning difficulties.
Nah, for special needs.
I don't think he's got a learning difficulty.
He's not got a learning difficulty, he's just an idiot.
He needs food from Iceland.
Man, yeah. You see the Iceland, Iceland is about a 5-minute walk from our house.
Iceland is
and
like
a
supermarket chain here.
And you see the internet delivery van outside our house every other day.
Yeah, well, I would just not eat.
Totally. Well, it's not eating, is it, at all?
But they're obviously ordering on the internet this kind of frozen, pre-prepared food that's just being delivered to the door.
That's how fat this family are. Lucky bastards.
It's a lot of reserves.
What was that film? Was it in Star Wars or something where the really fat people were just lying there playing? They were at the controls of the ships or something. And all they did was sit there. Was it Star Wars or...
I think it was WALL-E.
Oh, WALL-E?
Recently.
Ah, right, okay, yeah. Yeah, and all they did was, like, fly spaceships and do computer game type things, but they were just really fat, and that's what they were trained as.
Well, I think that's just kind of like the development of the species after that once they left Earth, because I think it was about 700 years after whatever happened that, you know, killed all the plant life and whatnot. So they went out there, and that's just because I think it was the I don't know, something about the gravity, lack of gravity, something about the but anyhow, sorry, I've seen like a ridiculous amount of children's movies in the last 14 years. I'll tell you, it's just been one animated ride after another.
Then you had kids and you watched them all over again.
Exactly. Exactly.
This week I read this thing about E.T.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
Phantom Menace.
E.T. being in the Phantom Menace?
Yeah.
What were these video on?
No, in the council.
But there is a bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, in the council? No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Where they're all in their little hovering things.
Yeah.
He was a hoodie kid.
E.T.'s in there, isn't he? Right. Well, they probably did They often said that Spielberg, because they're buddies, aren't they? Lucas and Spielberg often did loads of things like that for a laugh.
Yeah.
Like the bar in Indiana Jones is called the Obi-Wan bar and all that, isn't it? And
all right. So I know that THX 1138 is was the it's like the Porsche number plate of one of their cars. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, there's full of that, isn't it? THX.
One of them in real life.
Yeah, in real life he had a Porsche, some sort of posh Porsche.
Okay, yeah, a posh Porsche.
Yeah. Of movie in jokes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There's lots of them all over Indiana Jones and Star Wars apparently, but that is quite weird that he'd be in there.
And then in E.T., when they go out on Halloween, that kid's dressed up as Yoda, and he goes like that.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah,
that's right.
That's what I was going to say. Is that not the thing? Because he also in the Phantom Menace the hoodie that the Sith the Sith wears. Because the same thing, you can't see his face, and there's a part in that when I read that there was an E.T. sort of homage there, sort of thing. But dark side of E.T., because E.T. was a good guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Because what is it that Jake Chrissy used to say that the different movies would show you different characters in different lights.
Okay.
Like the Austin Powers, the Black Dr. Evil and Austin Powers are actually the same people, but it's the polarities of the two different sides of Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
and that's what this guy was alluding to about the E.T. and the Sith.
Right.
Did you know actually because the Sith's that guy who's the guy in the council, isn't he?
Yeah.
The
Palpatine.
Yeah, that's actually him, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was E.T. news.
Any good UFO sightings around? Haven't they found something at the bottom of not the Baltic, but at the somewhere around the coast of Britain or something?
Yes, I didn't really read that, but the Baltic one apparently is a wreck just near this anomaly that they're saying is a UFO, maybe a UFO, and there's loads of really old cognac on this boat, and so they got the TV station in Sweden or wherever to fund the diving to go and supposedly have a look at this UFO, and really they were going and getting all the cognac from the...
there it is in... Gone. Yeah. Yeah. There's supposedly they found Atlantis at the bottom of the North Sea. I don't know.
Doggerland.
They found other cars.
Doggerland. From Scotland to Denmark, there's slow and that's by water.
Did you see? Did you see as well that that Muse song has been used for the anthem for the Olympics?
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
Which Muse song?
Yeah. Oh, it's called.
The one that sounds like Queen.
Yes, that one. Very anthemic. Yeah.
What, Uprising?
No, not that.
It's a new one.
Yeah, it's Uprising.
No, it's not. No, I can't remember it.
Survivor or something like that.
No, it's the name.
Yes, Survivor. I think that's it. Yeah, it's something like that. No, just go on there and click back. Click back. Yeah.
This is
right
the,
now, go. Yeah.
Internet.
Right.
That thing we were talking about earlier was just up.
There.
News survival.
Yeah, survival. That's it. Yeah.
Well, they've been born paid for a while back, haven't they?
Yeah, nobody gets that big singing rebel songs.
They bloody said about 9/11 before though, then they retracted it, didn't they?
My beef with Muse,
Is a rich fucking
posh.
I, along with Muse, were playing at the Inner City Festival in Manchester some years ago, before they were signed, and they were playing at exactly the same time as me, and all the A&R went to see them fuckers!
Oh, how life could have been so different, Nick.
Also, Coldplay were playing that.
We could have been in here with Muse right now.
Yeah, we could have been here with Muse right now.
And you'd be off out there lodging it. Well, where would you rather be, Nick? Come on. Yeah, it's the right answer.
So what about the bones of the 200 soldiers that were found from the time of Christ? Still got their DNA intact?
That is bizarre, isn't it?
The DNA story.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So now they're going to be going and doing some kind of, like they did with the dinosaurs, what was that film? Jurassic Park thing with these soldiers. They're going to resurrect a clone army.
Where was this? Which country was this?
Clone Wars.
So, where was this?
Thanks, Henrik.
Was it Denmark?
In Denmark, yeah, I think it
Danish,
was.
Danish.
They're famous for that. I went on a school trip when I was like 10 to Denmark, and in the village or the town of Aarhus, there's a guy who was kept intact in a peat bog.
That's where these were, in a peat bog.
Really?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You still got right up. We went to see it, like, you know, they took us to see it.
Piltdown Man they found in a peat bog as well, didn't they?
Hoax.
Oh, was it? Okay, right.
That was a put-down man.
I didn't keep up on that one. Oh, was it? I thought it was up north.
No. Yeah.
Just a bloke who got his pizza. Or...
It's all over the, just over the border into Kent.
Oh, right, okay.
Right. Okay. I've driven around this area extensively.
Yeah,
my job. On the job is.
Yes, yeah. We visited every cafe along the east coast, west coast, north. Where are we?
Yes.
South Coast.
South Coast. I'm actually very good at directions.
Sure you are.
I am actually. Don't you see?
Yeah, especially while he's driving.
That's true. But you know, in the cliffs of Brighton, there's an area over by the marina, and supposedly in the cliffs there are mammoths.
6 mammoths.
Yeah, they've done like ground penetrating tomography to see what's in the cliffs there, and they found these skeletons, or supposedly there are these skeletons of mammoths.
From the
a mass grave of
mammoth. Yeah, they must have just.
There was a ritual killing of the mammoth.
Yeah, probably, at that point, yeah.
Probably Crowley did it.
Yeah. Yeah, right on the ley line.
And he extracted the mammoth DNA.
Yeah.
Crowley news. Apparently, his son owns a bookshop in Brighton. Have you ever heard this?
No.
Me neither, but our new friend across the road.
There we go. All our friends, or a lot of our friends, seem to have connections with Crowley, don't they? How bizarre is that?
Yeah.
They go, oh yeah, I know that person.
Well, he was saying that, do you know Psychic TV?
Yeah.
About Genesis Piorgo. The frontman's name, I believe, and apparently he's on the run now for conducting paedophilic.
He's a really shady little guy.
Yeah.
He's kind of very unpleasant, you know what I mean? Two of their songs are quite good, but then you kind of look into them and you think, no, it's not for me, you know?
Yeah.
There's a really, just on that note, I kind of like, I don't have any shares in this film, but it's just a really quite a funny film. It's called Chemical Wedding, and you can get it on these free sites, you know. But what it is, it's really quite funny. It's like it's kind of a Hammer House of Horror or something, but it started off being a biopic of Aleister Crowley, but they ran out of money, or they decided to just to not make it a documentary, so they made it fictional. It's financed by the singer out of Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, yeah. You was talking about this last week, wasn't it? And it's
oh, was I? Sorry.
What's his name? The actor who plays him.
Yeah, that's right.
Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell, that's right.
Oh,
yeah.
Simon Cowell.
Yeah, he's the thing. And You can, yeah, I think you posted the link last week.
No, not Simon Cowell, because that's
Simon Cowell.
We did this whole thing last week, didn't we? This whole routine. But you should watch it. It's a really good film. It's really funny, you know.
Is it, what, Vomito or something like that?
Is it a,
what's it called?
Chemical Wedding. I'll post a link later on. But it's, I mean, it's kind of, you know, it's informative. It's got like a guy gets possessed by Crowley, but it kind of shows you things that are kind of, you know, are apparently true of Crowley's character. You know what I mean? But kind of illustrates him in a funny fashion.
Vic, who comes on sometimes, is a bit of a Crowley expert, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
He's
involved in.
Well, I think that was John. Another thing, John.
Oh.
But Vic knows. Has certainly been at a talk with Crowley's son, where he talks about his dad, sort of thing.
So George Bush's uncle.
Brother?
No.
Barbara Bush's brother.
That would be his uncle.
Oh, of course it would. Yeah. Right.
Well, apparently he's got like shitloads of kids, hasn't he? That he never had anything to do with.
Yeah.
And there was,
I don't know, but this guy is called Crowley.
All right.
Is he not?
Oh, I've no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Vic said there's every chance he would come on as well, so wouldn't that be a fucking coup in a quarter?
Yeah. 3 minutes, like.
I'd be like, so what was your dad like then? Was he the biggest cunt as he looked? Well, he gets interpreted in many ways, doesn't he?
Yeah. Some think he was a mischievous magician. Some think that he was a psycho nutter.
Summoner of the Antichrist. Have you ever seen the Scottish television thing about Crowley? It's the only documentary that's ever been made about him that's actually been broadcast, Blue-Green.
I'm not sure.
It's quite funny because it's like a Scottish BBC Scotland production. I've said this to the ITV there, didn't I? So yeah, it's a BBC Scotland production that's never actually been shown outside Scotland. You should. You can get it on Google Videos. Because we had a couple of years ago. Remember I told you we looked up some Crowley things, and it coincided with the first time our computers getting viruses. Because Crowley was cremated in Brighton, and
all right.
Devil's Dyke.
No, his ashes were scattered on.
Right, that's one of the places.
It's one of the things, but there's theories that it's not, that he's actually buried in Dyke Roads. Just at about 10 minutes from here.
Yeah.
And Vic says that, but the official story on Wikipedia, Emma, they've got.
Not whole country, yeah.
No, because he was cremated. He was cremated in
cremated at Bear Road
Cemetery, at crematorium rather.
Right.
And they conducted a ceremony, and it was from then on that you weren't allowed to do any kind of religious of any kind at crematorium.
Must have summoned some crazy thing, yeah.
Well, this thing about...
I read it somewhere. They did like what's called the Gnostic Mass, didn't they?
Yeah.
Which, I don't think it's very wholesome, is it?
Well, it's called a black mass on Wikipedia, so they're Gnostic sort of thing, yeah. But the documentary on Crowley, the BBC Scotland made, has got a lot of his, because the guy from Led Zeppelin owned that house, didn't he, on Loch Lomond?
Jimmy Page.
Loch Ness, rather.
Oh, yeah. I've been there.
And it's like, the guy was just saying, what a nightmare living there, like, things, you'd see fingers coming out, like shadows of fingers coming under the door and stuff like that.
I was doing a tour with a friend up in Scotland, and he'd gone with the group that we were taking around, and going to be meeting up with me, and I was preparing the food at another spot, which is just on the banks of Loch Lomond.
On the Bonny Banks?
On the Bonny Banks, yeah.
Loch
Ness, not Loch Lomond, Loch Ness. It wasn't a particularly touristy spot, it was just along this side road, and it was quite close to where Crowley's old house used to be, and yeah, I was a little bit spooked there.
There's a weird atmosphere up there.
Yeah, it is very, very weird. Yeah, and I'm not one to be spooked. Weird.
Scotland are quite eerie, eh?
Well, it is.
I wasn't that spooked. I mean, I wasn't,
quite isolating, though,
but it was a bit.
Oh yeah.
You know, some places where like down Glencoe.
I liked it though.
Glencoe. I've camped out in Glencoe, and it was really eerie. Really eerie. Because there was lots of, it was a huge massacre there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
But you kind of swear, it's not just a big lonely place. There's something going on.
Yeah.
You think you can feel it,
Yeah. And it wasn't like a kind of fear or anything like that, but it was just kind of interesting to witness this kind of atmosphere and think, ooh, this is, it was, it did have a...
Negative ions.
Yeah, that's what it kind of felt like, that there was a more of a kind of, I don't know if it was dense, but there was certainly more of a, I don't know, how would you describe it, Blue Green, that where you were where that massacre went on?
Well, I think you're in the right right ballpark when you say dense. It's kind of heavy, isn't it? There is a sort of, and then that gets into that whole. It's like the medium, like shocking the medium.
Yeah, it can be kind of heavy, but at the same time you can get a breeze going through, which kind of makes things move, and you feel like it's almost like things shouldn't be moving in such a dense atmosphere, as if things should actually be very still and not able to, but then you get a breeze come through, and I think that's what seems eerie. It's as if things are happening that maybe, don't...
Loch Striven's like that as well.
Yeah.
I remember going camping there. Loch Striven's is one of these deep sea lochs in Scotland where they just take old oil tankers to die.
Oh wow!
You leave them there for just leave them there until somebody buys them for scrap.
That's interesting though, because like you would attract a resonant quality from the hulls, and that kind of thing would be attracting the energies there.
Yeah, well,
do you know that thing that as part of the kind of the grading system in the Golden Dawn, they used to refer to each other as, well, when you got to a certain stage, you would be referred to as the laird of a house in Scotland. And that's a kind of code for being, I don't know, at a certain level you can sort of manufacture a thing in your head, like in the astral you can build it in your head. You build a temple in the astral, and that's what it's referring to. So a house in Scotland is a code for a temple in the astral. But Crowley actually came and became a laird in Scotland, so do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a laird of what?
Are you the guy from Jethro Tull?
I'm a laird of Glencairn.
Glencairn? Oh, you fuck. I'm the laird of Glencairn.
My brother bought
I'm the laird of Glencairn.
Well, I think there is quite a lot of us. My brother bought
a load of lairdies.
Mom! Pot Rose!
Wow.
He is just the best guest, isn't he, that guy?
He wasn't even a guest, he was a fucking caller.
Yeah.
He was a hitchhiker.
He just came on and...
He was performance art, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You've arrived as a radio host when you get a crank caller.
No, that's the best crank caller ever. I've never heard any other radio station have a crank caller like that. That was just like the cream of crank calls.
Gather on
Five Live. But that wasn't really crank though. They invited him, didn't they?
I can't believe it was like that.
We should cut that out as well and get the sort of dressing gown, chicken and fishing rod next to it.
Chicken and fishing rod.
Swami's going, of course, anytime I go and want to talk to a hostage situation, I've got to have my dressing gown on. Chicken and a fishing rod. Okay. Good man. Man of the people gathering.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Do you know what? If they had let him go and talk to Raoul Moat, it would have ended that situation.
Well, we'll never know, will we?
No, we won't, because they shot him.
They killed him.
The police shot him.
They'd had enough of Raoul. And
I don't think they wanted Raoul to talk, did they?
Yeah, you missed that bloody penalty, didn't you? No, I wasn't going to do it.
Well, maybe they would have killed them both.
Oh,
yeah,
imagine.
yeah.
Oh, imagine that.
Yeah.
Killing a national treasure like that.
No, I think they wanted to kill him, so they didn't want someone like him in the way. And I think they were good friends, or they were friends. And I think that if someone like Gaza had turned up and gone, "I brought you some chicken,"
he never said he was friends. He just said he knew him from working in nightclubs.
Yeah.
And thinking he's obviously like, you know, held the door open from
someone. About a year and a half ago. He was all right, you know.
Yeah.
He's probably just on something. He's going to wear off.
Yeah.
He's never going to wear off this, mate. Bang!
Kill someone, so we'll get like 12 years.
Yeah, he'll be out in 6. He'll be out in bits. That's what you should have said.
I had no idea that was around. No, not a sausage.
That's funny. That. Do you know what? I think I remember that though.
Do you?
Yeah.
What,
yeah.
Gaza?
Yeah.
Sticking up from car?
Yeah. I can remember that was just weird and bizarre, but it had gone from my conscious mind, like so much, like my name from time to time.
I thought I had another story.
Yeah, I actually did do some research, but I'm sat on the other side of the room. You know, I've had to kind of move over here to be plugged in, so I can't be near my nerve centre.
There was that story as well about that Britain, that our police have been bought these huge rifles now or something. Did you see that one?
No.
That our police force are now being armed with like, you know,
bazookas.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I think that's good.
Yeah, no more of these silly riots on the street.
Well, there was a couple of things I thought were interesting. It was just like some mentioned on the TV the other night that one of the rioters, like some kid, you know, that took part in a riot and was filmed stealing a bottle of water.
Yeah.
It was £3.50 or something. Got something like, I don't know how long they got. Did they get like a couple of years or 6 months or 3 years for stealing a £3.50 bottle of water, right? And it's going to be, I mean, we all read this as a rhetorical statement, but
the person who stole that for £3.50 wants fucking jail and voting.
Yeah, but you know, like, so these guys, these bankers that have just got like, you know, caught for like mega billions, like fixing the exchange rate. You know that they're not going to get any time at all, you know?
Not at all.
Well, we should make it happen then.
I know.
Yeah.
I actually heard Miliband saying, you know, these, if an ordinary person did that, they would get jail, and these people should be treated like ordinary people.
Steve, while we're on the subject, can you fill me in a little bit? Did you not say at some point that the Milibands are kind of somehow connected?
Connected to?
The evil darkness?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's a half a chance of that. Given our, well, it was, we had a guy down here doing a talk called Brian Gerrish. Are you aware of this fellow?
Yeah.
Well, he kind of alluded to the fact that the worldwide communist conspiracy, which Barack Obama and all that's part of. Because remember when we showed that Dreaming of My Real Father thing, the Swami, and he goes on to that thingy. And I kind of dismissed a bit of that sort of thing in favour of Freeman's cloning sort of story, you know, thingy. But it came back to what Brian Gerrish was saying about a worldwide sort of network of Marxism is being set up around the world for, and this is what the New World Order will use as their big controlling sort of factor to the whole world being a communist state as opposed to just a country.
Totalitarian.
Well, a mixture of fascism and communism.
With 5 sort of centres of the world sort of all.
Well, that's in
being public-private.
Goalkeeper's book, the 10 regions of the world.
Right. I haven't. I was reading that like a.
It's about the bit about Ben Gurion. The
Israeli.
The Israeli
guy, right?
And
Yeah, no, I must get back. That's a great book too.
yeah, that is The Pale Horse by William Cooper, who was just fucking genius. And
The real Alex Jones.
Real Alex Jones as well. Apparently there's an interview with him with Alex Jones.
Well,
and he calls him a cunt, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he calls Alex Jones out, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Does he, right?
Yeah.
You've heard it then, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you don't have to search too much to find it. Like he has an argument with him or something like that, and then Alex Jones, I think, misrepresents it, and then a couple of weeks later or a week later, on Bill Cooper's program, he starts saying, "Now look, this guy's meant to be telling the truth, and he's blatantly misrepresenting this."
Yeah.
You know, so.
What else is he doing?
Yeah, well, then he gets shot to death on his own lawn, didn't he?
Yeah.
But it's a really interesting book, that Pale Horse book.
Have you got it?
I read it a long time ago. I can't remember when, but I was, at the time it was the most radical thing I'd ever read.
But it was still pretty spooky, eh?
Yeah.
So, Jim Keith as well. You ever read any of his stuff?
I haven't. No, I'll make a note of that. Who's he?
That's Jim Keith. It's called, what's the Hidden and Suppressed?
Secrets and Suppressed.
Secrets and Suppressed. Oh,
yeah.
Vile, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Absolutely gut churning stuff in there, eh?
Right.
About the good old Catholics.
Yeah.
And the CIA. Them good old boys.
And the sort of nano cell chip. That's in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a picture of a cell, like a microscopic, view of a cell, and it's just it looks like a chip. And
they've got those.
Is that in Gene Keto? Is that in?
No, it's another. But they've got the one with the skull. They've got the one with the skull with the 5 things inside the guy's brain. The Swedish guy.
Yeah.
With the implants.
And the bombarders in road.
Yeah. Some guy was twitching the curtain sort of thing, and every time he moved. But there's a picture in there of Kennedy with his head open, which is very disturbing. Have you ever seen that picture when he's on the morgue slab?
That's the Death of the Sun King.
Death of the Sun King, where they removed the brain, yeah.
Right.
It's horrendously horrible. And also,
no way, that's exactly what they did, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's in the occult and
then didn't that he's saying that Jackie Onassis went and did some
ceremony. Bohemian Grove.
Ceremony, yeah.
And she went to Greece or somewhere.
She went straight to Greece.
Yeah.
It was the Apollo's Island. Apollo
that's
and
right.
everything,
Yeah.
Lit a torch, maybe.
Yeah. And now we have a torch parading around.
Something happened to that today.
Did it?
Yeah.
2 kids that tried to grab it.
Wasn't that it? Or
it was very staged.
Disappointed if somebody didn't try and grab it, would you?
It was very staged.
It wasn't like Connie Hook last time.
No, it wasn't like that. No, it wasn't like that. No, the torchbearer was running with it, and these 2 kids were very much like, right, now, go. And their little staged moment, they went to try and get it, and then the police men who were kind of jogging alongside not in obviously police uniforms, but kind of athletic gear.
Dressed as honey monsters or something. Pantomime horse.
They kind of ushered the kids away, like, yes, very good, now back into the crowd, there you go.
At Wimbledon?
No.
In the crowd.
Streakers.
Well, not the
They
streakers.
were just
there in the Union Jack. That's it.
Oh.
Sure. No, I missed that part.
But Ginger Spice.
Brittany and Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
The No Knickers Club, is it called?
Oh, right. Is that what they were doing? Right. Okay. Yeah, the Anti-Panty Club.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been listening to
Auntie's Bloomers.
Freeman's podcast.
Oh yeah.
And there's one with him in Tex Mars, and he's going into all that. And I didn't realise that Lindsay Lohan went in because he's like this Wonderland
went to the rehab.
Yeah, went to Wonderland rehab.
Yeah.
But Wonderland was like a big scandal, wasn't it? In the 80s or something like that, massive paedophile ring.
Well, the name.
There you go. Wonderland,
Yeah.
Like Neverland.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Wonderland, Neverland, they're all, yeah.
Do you like Tex Mars though? Is it not too Christian?
Well, I mean, you know, I think...
He's on the right track, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit gooed up, isn't he?
Yeah.
But,
Don't
yeah.
For a while I was getting Tex and Jim mixed up. Tex and
you're right.
No, Tex Mars is the old guy.
Yeah. Well, they're both old guys.
But they have the same surname.
Jim's got a big bushy beard, looks like Santa, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tex looks like an old boy from an old cowboy film, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Get me grits.
Yeah, he's quite Christian, isn't he?
Yeah, Tex is with that.
He's on the side of Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I really enjoyed the thing that Freeman did though with Tex Mars.
Well, hang on.
Nick, wait, hold on a minute. Stop the press. What's going on, Nick?
I had to go to church last week. With
Sonic and church scandal.
not another wedding.
One of them guys goes to church. It's like a Rolling Christians.
Best kind.
And I mean, they're all lovely people. You know, bless them.
Yeah.
But there was one guy talking about Friends, and he had a lot of clips of songs he played, and he's like, you know, just like listening to the lyrics. So there's like, you know, you girl, and you know, the theme tune to Friends and things like that.
Yeah.
But they had Rihanna, Umbrella, and I didn't get the chance to speak to him afterwards.
Friends of the devil.
Just it's like what that tune implies, you know, it's Rain Man.
Yeah.
You know, she's like the whore of Babylon. You know,
yeah.
You know, if you're a God-fearing Christian, then
well,
I
was at a school the other day, and they had the kids that they had the singing group, and one of the songs they sung was it was a.
Didn't you tell me one time, love me, baby?
Yeah,
bunch of kids singing
they were singing a Carpenter song. Now you'd think, right, kids singing a Carpenter song, you're gonna get them to sing something like "I'm on the top of the world" or
"But no, they were singing one of it being a guilty lover."
But no, yeah, they were singing. What was it called?
Didn't you tell me you loved
baby,
Didn't you tell me you loved me, baby?
I mean, just the worst song to get kids singing. It was just dreadful. So anyway, that was one of the choices. But another one of the choices was Rihanna, Umbrella. And they had the kids singing this song. And at the end, they were doing the
Ella bit.
Ella. No, but the bit, wait, it goes... And what was the last song they did?
That was the last song, wasn't it?
Right, but it's because at the end it says something like, "Put it in me."
Is that not Katy Perry?
No.
Well, they had
There
was one. I can't remember that song now, but I just thought, oh my God, this is so wrong.
The thing they did was they played the record and the kids sang along with it.
They just played the record and the
so
kids
you had
sang
the
along with the
Jay-Z
record.
going, here, Rihanna, my hole, come here. It was like
so wrong.
Very wrong.
Yeah, very wrong. They're singing all
wrong,
these dark lyrics and anyway.
And have you heard Kanye West? I don't know whether it's his latest tune or something like that, but it's called "There's No Church in the Jungle" or something like that. And some of the lyrics in that.
There is, because all the Christian bloody missionaries went out there and told the native people,
Kanye's lying.
Yeah, don't get your.
On to our next news.
Yeah, don't get your medicines from the jungle. Let us take those leaves, process them in a lab, and bring them back to you as medicine.
This week, a landmark case was started, wasn't it?
With Kevin Annett.
With Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah, a friend of his has begun court proceedings against the Catholic Church and the Crown.
Yeah. So it was live streaming, wasn't it? The day I was at work.
Yeah. They tried to stop it, but there were people videoing it, so they were able to get. Yeah, there is footage around.
So what, they tried to stop the live stream?
Well, they tried to stop. There were problems with the live streaming, but they have been able to put together something of the video clips that people were making at the time.
Cool.
So yeah, so there is. So if you go on to YouTube and Google. I don't know what you Google actually. Maybe.
Probably on Kevin's site, maybe on Hidden from History.
Hidden from History, yeah, possibly, yeah.
If you're going to YouTube, are you technically still Googling?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, so that's interesting to see where that's going to lead to.
Yeah.
Because
the letters that he sent to the notices that he sent to Ratzinger. You remember that?
Is that the one I sent you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Kevin sent me to as well.
Well, I sent you one through Skype a few months ago.
Yeah.
Remember that? The guy who'd been arrested and put in jail, but Borisco Sunday. He'd been arrested in Rome basically and just chucked in, and he had paperwork went into Ratzinger's work for the old Pope, helping cover him up, sort of thing. And it's funny because my mum is very involved with church, and 3 years ago they asked for a contribution to fix the roof of the church, and then they paid it, and then now
they were asking for £18,000 or something.
They're asking for the same amount again.
Yeah.
And it's just like.
So the parishioners are going, well, we already gave it to you, and they're saying, well, the diocese have taken it to Oban. Or somewhere.
This is where the cathedral is, I think.
Yeah, so we just need to get a bit more now.
We need more, so that,
Well, they're actually admitting that the money itself went to another place.
Yes,
it went.
Yeah.
It's like Father Ted, isn't it?
It is.
Like the money was just resting.
Yeah, resting in my account. Yeah, absolutely.
You couldn't make it.
Go on.
Another thing is we have a convent, a nunnery attached to the church sort of thing, and for years it's just been the same sort of like little faces that have been there, but all of a sudden there's hundreds of Irish nuns have turned up.
Ooh.
And they're basically homeless because they've had to sell off the properties to pay off the cases in Ireland.
The paedophile cases in Ireland.
And also it came out this week that a few hundred priests and vicars couldn't do the job. They couldn't perform their services because none of them had had a CRB check.
Really? Not even that? Yeah.
What the fuck?
God.
You couldn't make it up.
You couldn't make it up, could you?
No.
Yeah.
You won't want to make it up.
But, in a way, this is what Kevin's saying. He's saying that they need to license the clergy so that when if you find out that they've been doing things that are untoward to children or anyone else, they lose their license. And they get struck off. Yeah. So, all right, you can still have your churches and you can still pray to do whatever you want to do, but you just get struck off if that happens.
And not get struck off for trying to expose it all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The thing is, as soon as you do that, it would just confirm to other people that it isn't just a business. It's just a fucking. It's another job.
It is the business.
Yeah.
We all.
The owning your soul.
And the big boss up there.
That we all work for.
Yeah.
That's and maybe the birth certificates used to be on skin as well. You know what I mean? They're doing paper balls on skin supposedly.
Yeah.
Then that would be like properly a representation of yourself, wouldn't it?
That was the bottle of Lady Gaga's perfume.
Yeah.
But really, if you when you're born, like say you're born as just a human being on this earth, and yeah, I'll have enough time. We're being told we have 90 seconds. I think I have enough time. If I don't have to explain what we have.
Should we just say goodbye to our lab?
There'll be time.
So funny.
But if you're born on this earth, you're naturally born, and like in what was that film? Slave, Kunta Kinte or Roots. Yeah, you're just born a soul on this earth, a child, a baby, or whatever, a human, and you're just here. The only representative you have is that you're here, and the earth is here, and the stars are here, and you just acknowledge that you're here. You don't need to have anything written on paper, or it's written in the fact that you're here. So really, it doesn't matter whether it's written on skin or paper or anything.
All of it
that
is man-made.
That is just coming from the head to kind of make it seem, it's like marriage or something, or anything. It's like just to make you kind of feel like, right, well, this is like this now, this is like that. And, you get a certificate for something. That means that you're good at it. And, it's all kind of concept, whereas there is no concept. And good night to our live listeners.
Yay, perfect timing there.
We're in the podcast with them. Bang!
Yeah.
With a...
Go on, reset through the bong hit. Where is it?
There you go.
It sounds like a snoring dragon or something like that.
Nice.
No, I just downloaded.
You downloaded the bong hit?
Yeah, the type of hits from the bong.
Frater says that was only half a rip. Did not clear the tube.
Not clear the
tube. Is he back?
He's back from the library.
Where's
For the
Frater's
time
buddy?
being, yes.
Frater promised his buddy was going to come on.
Yeah, come on, Frater, get your buddy up.
What?
What?
Kind of dirty, didn't it?
No, Frater said he had a friend with him who's...
Yeah, but then Vi just said, come on, Frater, get your little buddy up.
Your mind research.
Bye, chick.
I was talking
Come on
about
now.
his friend who's there with him,
Yeah.
who is a live human being.
Yeah.
He's looking at me with this really perplexed look on his face. It's kind of funny. Going to explain.
So what news bombs do we have for the podcast audience?
Oh, I don't know.
There was something I was going to do last week about the European Championships football, because the soccer championships has ended.
Oh, that was a good one.
But the Michel Platini, who's the president of the people who look after the football or the soccer in Europe, are proposing that after the next time the tournament happens, that they have a pan-European tournament where group stages will be played in different cities all over Europe.
Yeah.
Thus creating the illusion of
a unified
one Europe, one world.
Well, I think I've heard, I don't know exactly who, but they're saying that they're using things like football.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, they always have these what are called fan parks in the countries where they're thingy, and it's just
where they're thingy. What does that mean?
Where the tournaments take place in the major cities that they have these things called fan parks where it's giant screens and speakers and all that, and they always look like Jack and Boris. Have you ever seen them? They always look very Nazi, very Nuremberg rally style places.
Just the fact that over the years, football within our country anyway has turned into more of a European spectacular of players, in that in most teams in Great Britain. There are just, it's probably 70% European players within teams. It's very few British players.
But and world and Brazilians and Argentinians.
Yeah. So it is just a platform to bring
for some reason,
into people's minds.
There seems to be this abyss of money that they have to pay like £200,000 per week to one or plus.
Yeah.
There's 30 players who are moving.
Maybe it'll happen like Rangers, and they'll just all go bust and have to start right at the bottom again. And
let's hope. Let's hope all just the arse falls out of it. It's quite obscene. But yeah, that was sports news. But yeah,
the other sports news is that Serena Williams has won.
Oh, won Wimbledon.
Jolly good show.
I say, well done, Serena.
Yeah.
Bubble butt.
And she didn't grunt at all. But
Jolly good.
She got banned from grunting this year.
I didn't know she was a grunter.
No, Serena's not a grunter. She's just a big, mean girl who...
It's the Russian woman who's a grunter. Is Serena a grunter as well?
Both the Williams sisters, they were grunters.
Oh, right.
Yeah. That doesn't sound very nice, does it? Both the Williams sisters are right grunters, aren't they?
She's got an amazing body though, hasn't she, Serena? Wow.
She's beating the hell out of you.
Yeah.
She's like 6'4"
between the eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, she just kind of humps and bumps everywhere. She's great.
Ground shaking, like a Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And then the other turn up is Andy Murray.
I know we've got a British player in the Wimbledon finals. That must be
74
first time
years.
in 100 years.
74 years.
74.
So
Well, there we go.
It's not quite 100.
And he's going to beat Van Federer.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah.
By the Stern baby.
You've perfected your back now.
This is clone number 2.
Yeah,
he doesn't look any older than he did when he was like 19.
He's only 30.
Yeah, that's a old difference though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a grand old man, but he's still
30,
swatting them down like flies. Yeah, it should be interesting tomorrow. Come on, Andy.
Yeah, no, 30 isn't, well, it shouldn't be considered old in sport because actually I would imagine if you've been practicing hard and keeping going, then you're pretty much at your prime at 30.
Well, we're all
aren't we? Oh, because you've got a lot of experience, especially of kind of situations where, if you like someone like Federer, especially would build on situations whereby because tennis is as much a mental game as it is a physical game.
Mental, man.
Mental, it is mental.
Like chess, man, with the ball.
But when you're at those moments where you could be losing your serve, and then you lose your serve and you're down and you've got to fight back and not just win your serve, you've got to break the other serve, and it's got to go like that. So it's quite a mental battle, and usually it's just at those. There are crux points in the whole of the match, and if you're not there for just that particular point, that's going to lose you the match. So you have to be able to hold it for those moments. And it's quite interesting and quite a mental match. And for someone like Federer, the older you get, I think you develop more capacity to kind of hold those moments.
Andy Murray's got Ivan Lendl in his corner.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Ivan Lendl?
Not recently, no.
He's been the same. He's just not looked any different from the whole matches.
He's like another Terminator.
Cyborg, man.
Yeah, he's very tall, cheekbones, isn't he? Yeah.
The term robot came from Czechoslovakia. Did you know that?
Did it really? No, I didn't know that.
There you go. There's a bomb trap there, right?
We've learned something new today.
We have. I did not know that.
If it was any good, I could tell you the novelist who wrote it. That's the wrong bomb.
The Type1 radio bong is brought to you by
the Hubbly Bubbly Brothers.
Mom! Pot roast!
Coca-Cola, I told you I quit that shit.
You know who that sounds like, actually? That sounds like Howard from the Big Bang Theory. When he's shouting at his mum. No, Mum!
Oh, yeah.
For an American.
Yeah, thing.
American
They're
is very
scientists,
comedy.
aren't they?
Yeah, they're all there.
Like
They're all physicists.
yeah,
and,
physicists, that's
and,
it.
Sheldon's just like this guy with Asperger's, basically, and he's so anal.
Right, that's it.
No. Howard, he's like a NASA engineer, and he lives with his mother. And,
like most good scientists.
Jewish mother.
Get up there!
No, pot roast!
Ready attacks!
When I did used to watch TV, it was mostly American comedy shows I watched, like
Family Guy.
Cheers. No, Comedy Guy.
Yeah, Golden Girls.
Fucking way, I thought that was you in your diapers.
Yeah, many years ago.
Maybe not.
Many years ago, Howie.
Short tails, maybe.
I mean, Nick. My Alzheimer's kicking in again.
She always calls me by half.
I know, I can't help it.
And we look nothing. So
Oh, fucking
No,
hell.
I can't help it. I'm sorry.
Well, we are H&H, so.
Well,
Because my surname's H.
oh, right,
Oh,
okay.
so I thought you spelled science with a P.
Yeah.
Joke.
I don't know that.
Or PH, and it could be phonic.
Right, yeah, good one, yeah.
I like that. That's funny. But where would Steve go? Stephonic?
Yeah. Stephonic chick.
Stephonic chick? Stephon chick?
Well, my full name's Stephen is spelled with a PH.
Stephen.
Stephen, yeah.
Stefano.
They say, Mum, why is my name Step Hen?
Step Hen, what's a Step Hen? That's Mandy Gafford's show.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So, podcast news bongs.
Oh, I don't know, really.
Well prepared.
Yeah.
We are. We were prepared for an hour.
Well, 2 hours is alright, I guess.
Yeah.
We could hit the random red ice button and see what that happens. Play the red ice game. Somebody shout stop. Somebody?
Reset. Shout stop.
Stop.
Okay.
Oh! Entertainment division in the military-industrial complex.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Alistair Crowley.
Find that off. They said the government is an entertainment division of the military-industrial complex.
Yeah, this is an article that's talking about how entertainment is there as part of the military-industrial complex.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. The Razorhead did. And Jack Parsons. Is that Jack Parsons?
Yeah.
What? Gomez Adams.
He looks like he's dodgy.
Would you have a moonchild with him, Steve?
He's got pointy ears and them eyebrows. They drew them on, didn't they?
This is not good radio to talk about pictures you're looking at.
Funnily enough, in the picture he's got one collar and his shirt in and the other one out of his jacket. And one of my primary school pictures was like that.
Oh, right, okay. I know,
connection.
like an eye covered up or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or like one trouser leg rolled
It
up.
didn't in my school.
Oh, and
It's a Scientologist in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, I think we know that. Yeah. Well, it's like Freeman says about Disney, that it's all part of the military-industrial complex and that it's there for brainwashing purposes.
Yeah.
Wash your brain. Yeah. Yeah, it's not there to kind of entertain you, as in, oh, isn't this fun? And we're having great fun
it's
together.
supposed to give the illusion of entertainment.
Yeah.
While masking the hidden agenda.
Yeah. Well, entertainment is what you do when you get together with friends. Yeah, that's it.
Tom Cruise,
Suri,
3 wives
right.
that he's had.
Yeah.
He's divorced them all at 33.
Oh, really?
Stop it. Really?
Okay, they were 33. He
Yeah,
didn't
they were
marry them all
33.
when he was 33 and divorced them very quickly.
He married them like, well, another 20
Yeah.
years.
Yes,
5 years.
Nicole Kidman.
Aren't they all 5 years or something like that?
For 5 years.
Marriages. They're all the same like
No,
that.
no.
Marriage.
Who else was he married to?
Nicole
Rogers.
Mimi Rogers. And
Okay, I missed that one.
Nicole Kidman is married to her for about 10
I
years.
must have been washing my hair.
Yeah. They were an odd one because she's about 17 foot tall and he's a fucking midget, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, really like out of proportion.
One of the guys that was at the pub with was just there. He works for TTM, and said that get to interview him, Tom Cruise recently.
Yeah.
He is just a fucking short. I knew he was going. He's just so gay.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Was it you I was talking with?
Oh,
no,
in the girls' toilets?
Yeah, no, it was a friend of mine the other day I was talking to about Tom Cruise, and we were just both kind of bitching about how convincing it was when he was on the Oprah Winfrey show, jumping up and down, confessing his love, and it was like, yeah, but where's the heart? All right, you're saying the words, but where's the heart? There was just nothing there, was there?
You ever seen the one when he gets the water?
It was like he was
sprayed
trying
on
to convince himself.
That was funny, buddy, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm laughing. Look, funny.
Yeah, when he was at the
premiere.
the premiere of something, and the guy water pistoled him.
Did you say that him and Katie's child is called Siri?
Suri.
Suri.
I was going to say the name that I phone out after their kid.
Ah, right, no, it's Suri.
So
S-U-R, yeah, which it means mouse in French. Suri. Yeah.
And didn't she have to do a special Scientology birthing ceremony when she gave birth?
Well, I think that
But
they
she wasn't
say
allowed
that
to
you
scream,
can't
and she was
make any noise, yeah.
Just to remain silent without any medical help.
Yeah.
That's quite difficult a task, isn't it, giving birth without...
I would say so, in my experience.
Did she do a
Not that you, I mean, God, you don't have to scream, but you know, you've got to make some kind of like.
We're back to Wimbledon.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, you know, you're having a big shit. You're going to make some kind of noise, aren't you? So having a baby, come on, give us a break. Yeah, well, so using that analogy, is Tom not allowed to grunt when he's in the smallest room trying to, you know?
I bet that's a horrible image.
I bet he does. I bet he just...
But in Tom's case, it is a very small room.
Yeah. When he's in his mouse hole
Yeah.
with Suri.
Back to poo.
with a thimble for a toilet.
Yeah. They're like the borrowers.
We've got like a trampoline over the top. Like a strip.
Oh dear. The celebrity news, Johnny. Have we got any royal news this week?
Oh yeah, we don't care.
Queenie's still a fucking bitch.
Yeah, she's still rich. She's still a bitch.
Oh, yeah, there is
There's a bit of royal news, I'm sure.
It was royal news that the costume was 200 grand more a year.
That was it, yeah. The price of the rolls has gone up.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
joy.
I'm still lost. You know, she's the richest, the richest
Yeah,
person
go
on the
figure.
planet.
Yeah.
And she should be paying us, shouldn't she?
Yeah, she could
She should
afford to keep this country. Yeah.
The Sultan of Brunei's.
Yeah.
And you know, and Gaddafi's.
Gaddafi, there you go.
Well, yeah, that was interesting. That was, what's that, Sarkozy legs it to Canada.
Yes, that's right.
To apparently avoid an investigation, but it's been in all the press that the investigation is whether or not a woman from, is it Longcombe or some heiress or something, financed his campaign. But we know that the dubious money came from Gaddafi.
No way.
You know what I mean? But that's that. In some of the better journals, you'll read, Gaddafi will be mentioned, but they will be mentioned really right at the bottom. So he's legged it while they're looking for evidence of who financed his. You know what I mean? So it's getting you're getting reported that it's all a millionaire kind of champagne thing, but it's actually a lot dirtier than that.
Yeah. Saidi Gaddafi's just been taken to the Hague, hasn't he? To answer sort of war crime charges. Yeah.
Really, I'm surprised he's survived because.
No, he's still around. Yeah, he's
They must have cut some sort of deal because I thought they would have bumped him off.
Well, he tried to kill his dad a couple of times, didn't he? He's definitely in the pockets of there.
Oh, really? I don't know that.
Yeah. Well, 2 of his sons tried to kill him a couple of times, but he forgave them and gave them jobs back in the.
Oh my God!
Dallas.
Next time you kill me. Yeah, Libya's on Libyan news as well. They're going to the polls tomorrow, aren't they?
Today?
Is it today? Is it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, probably over the weekend.
For their first elected things in 50 years.
Polls. We should tell them that that's an opinion poll. You're just giving an opinion.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, it's not.
Else.
All right.
Well, like in this country, when you
it's just a rigged, it's going to
yeah,
be a rigged
when you
thing,
go to, it's not called a voting station, it's called a polling station because they're taking a poll. It's just an opinion poll.
Yeah.
It's not actually.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, it's not. Any kind of. It's just an opinion.
That's a secret in plain
Who would
sight,
you
right,
like to win this? And it'll be taken into account, but it might not.
Also, today they were saying about Afghanistan being like part of NATO now, and also in that the countries that are not really in NATO, but they're sort of like allegiance to. They mentioned fucking Bahrain.
Oh. What, that fairer than fair country?
Yeah. There's no fucking news coming out because they've killed all the fucking
Yeah, exactly.
Oof.
Yeah.
When we like chicken Russians through.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly.
And obviously Saudi.
Yeah.
They bankroll quite a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like you say in those like they've killed all the journalists off, and it's like Brian Garris says in Russia when Perestroika happened, and the journalists were coming out and speaking up against the Russian those that were speaking up against what was going on.
That was basically an ambush.
Yeah,
They
it
were
was an
getting them to
ambush.
come out and they were just
And
picking them out
those
when they made themselves known.
those who made themselves known, none of the dissenters are around anymore. It's and that's like what was her name, Anna Politkovskaya, she was speaking. She was Russian. No, she was the Russian journalist. She was speaking up against what the Russians were doing to the not the Chechens, in Georgia.
Yeah.
And no, it was the Georgian thing, and where they massacred in that school gym, all those kids, and they were blaming it on the Chechens, but there was a lot of controversy going on around that, and she was kind of exposing a lot of what was going on there. And when she came home with her shopping one day, she got shot entering her apartment block.
Just like Jill Daniel.
Yeah. So that's it. Yeah, the journalists journalists have to beware.
Before the Colonial dude in the sushi bar.
Reznenko. As an ankle.
Yeah. It was around the same time, wasn't it?
Right.
I think.
Yeah, there probably were several. Yeah.
So Joe Dando have paedophile evidence or something?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Well, apparently, yeah, that was the other thing that a well-known journalist in this country was.
She was handing a file or something.
She was investigating. Well, she was like the presenter of a TV show that
Called Crime Watch.
Yeah, Crime Watch. You get the idea of what it was about. Like, oh, have you seen this person? If you want to knock on someone, give us a ring. Basically. Yeah, and apparently she'd been given information about large paedophile rings in this country, and that apparently was why she was killed on her doorstep.
Can the people of the world hear the rain in Brighton tonight? I'll just turn the mic on.
Is that what that is?
That's the rain.
Can you hear that?
Wow, yeah.
It's absolutely bouncing.
Yeah. We could be in Scotland.
I had something about the. That's it. You're going to exhume.
Just going to move the mic. Sorry about any interference.
Just Arafat, because they reckon that he was poisoned with polonium.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Because he was in Paris, wasn't he, when he died?
Was he?
Yeah.
Right. I did not know that.
That is totally new information.
Right. Well, getting back to an old thing we had in the news bong before, he wanted to get buried in an England talk. Did you hear that? Because he wanted to be buried in the Gaza Strip. Boom.
We need one of them too. You know? That's the next sound effect.
And then stone.
Yeah.
So Yasser's going to get dug up. He's buried in that? Is it Mount Oz? Is it? Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, that's the Jewish one, isn't it?
Probably
that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Today.
Oh.
Sorry. Hey guys, I'm going to take off. I've got to get these kids dinner.
Okay.
It was really great talking to you guys. And
Take care.
All right, mate. See you.
See you next
but they're just going to get more savage. You all have a great night.
Take care. And happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Thank you for that bulletin too, by the way, Steve. That was really nice.
Yeah, no. Pleasure.
Okay. Good night.
Bye. See you, mate. No show tonight, unfortunately.
Is our friend Freeman on?
I don't know. I haven't been in touch.
Is he
Freeman.
concentrating on the putting the podcasts up?
Yeah, I've
enjoyed
watching those. Yeah.
I think that's a lot easier for him because of his. Yeah, you don't know. Oh, Dave Kelso is ringing. We can't answer the call because we're on the call, so you have to decline it.
Good. What do you think?
He's probably in the chat. In the chat, just say we're actually on air, so we can't. You.
Be the French at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Who's that trying to call?
Dave Kelso.
Ah.
Nope.
No. So Reset, what's happening in your?
Are you back? Are you back in?
Yeah, he's been back forever. He's been back for about 3 weeks.
No, has he gone back to Carolyn's?
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm kind of in a state of perpetual waiting right now. For some reason, the van, with the really hot temperatures we've had over here, the first time I went down there, I went without a functioning AC unit in the van, and it was really bad. And the temperatures have only gotten worse. And I mean, one of the reasons I'm going down there is to take, the van and the trailer to have this extra space to be able to haul stuff between St. Louis and Columbia. So it doesn't really make much sense for me to go down if I don't have the van and the trailer. Yeah. And I don't know, the car shop, I mean, a friend was telling me, I don't see how it could take this long. There's only like 5 parts to an AC unit. But it's taken them, I think a week and a couple days now. Just doing test after test, ordering this part, ordering that part, trying this, looking for a blockage somewhere. So I'm waiting for them to fix that. I was ready to leave last Thursday.
it must be nice to have to have to use air conditioning.
Yeah.
Never really gets hot enough to put your AC on here.
Yeah. Actually, it's nice temperature tonight here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit muggy.
It's all right. I can handle it.
I don't know. I find it odd that I think it was right about the day that they had the power outage in the central southern United States, that where millions of people still don't have power right now. I think that was the day that I brought it in my van. It's funny also because a couple of days later the AC unit on a friend's house went out, and that was easy enough for him to fix. But all of a sudden there's power outages everywhere, and I don't know. I'm hoping they get this power outage thing in the south taken care of too, because then my van will likely be fixed.
Yeah.
What's the reason for the power outage in the south? Is that?
There was a huge storm that rolled through and knocked down just tons of power lines, and I'm not sure. Maybe the buildings that where the power is coming from were actually affected too. But it just sounds like there was so much destruction that happened with the power lines that it's just impossible for them to get it up and going in a reasonable amount of time, I guess.
Well, and even nuclear facilities.
I guess I don't know enough about the situation to say that. I'm not really sure. All I know is that it's the power lines that are down, and some of them aren't necessarily on easily accessible roads. Some of these power lines are out in the middle of the forest somewhere.
Yeah, that's bizarre. You think that America, civilized society, would be able to get its power system up and running pretty quickly.
No, I know. And another aspect of it is, if I heard correctly, there wasn't really much warning given either. It happened kind of while everyone was sleeping.
Oh, right. Wow. Oh, an unexpected storm has just rolled in, that kind of idea.
Yeah. And since, like I said, since then, the weather's just been blazing hot down there, too, and now they have no power. So that's a tough situation down there.
Yeah.
Hello there, Dave.
Hello, Dave Kildall.
It's been a crazy year. It's been a while, huh?
It's been a while. It's 2012.
So have you lost power?
I tend to go by Time Warrior, though. It's weird. I was just listening to part of the beginning of the one where you guys had Max Egan on. I didn't even know. Love that guy. Been trying to get a hold of him. I end up usually talking to him once every blue moon for a few seconds before he disappears mysteriously again. But one thing you guys said at the beginning of that, as far as that new thing that Obama had signed in, basically nullifying the First Amendment, and you were saying, how many times is it going to take the American people to get beat over the head with a hammer before they get tired of it? Well, here's the thing. Most of the American people don't know. That's what you might not understand. When they put it on the mainstream news, they put it on for a few seconds, and then poof, it never comes on again.
Yeah.
Because they only put it on for a second just to get a little bit more ratings hype, to bring in a little bit more advertising money, to boost ratings a little bit, but it's too controversial to stay with. Just like these days when there's a UFO sighting, they'll actually talk about it seriously, which surprises me, but they'll talk about it once and never again. They'll bury it. It's like, okay, we talked about it, we're done, let's go back to Britney Spears. Her tits are more important.
And they talk about these things once seriously, but then they don't go into the controversy around it, the fact that there could be a lot of bullshit going on around them. But they'll introduce something like a UFO story and talk about it seriously, but they won't talk about, well, actually there were military activities going on at that time, or something that actually brings it into a sense of reality.
Well, actually, here's one thing that's kind of surprising me. They are talking about all this stuff dead seriously. Like when Fox News released the thing about what Obama did, Fox was very concerned about the fascistness of this. I could give you the video, but they'll only talk about it once because it's too risky. There's a lot of people at these news media that are getting sick of the way things are, and they want to come forward, so they slip things in where they can. But seeing as it's kind of run like the mob, they know that getting fired from your position has not a six-figure 401k, but a 6 feet under 401k as far as early retirement goes, with the bullet to the head. So they don't want to push it.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, talking about journalists who come forward don't tend to last very long.
Yeah. Yeah, in most countries.
Did you, well, you might not have seen it this week. They've got a When I'm 65 thing on the BBC this week.
No, what's that about?
John Simpson, the
oh yes,
the war correspondent.
Yeah.
That he's been saving up a load of pills, and when he wants to go, he's just going to take himself out.
Oh,
my
really?
Goodness me.
Yeah,
I don't know
the
if
big
you
thing
heard
they're
that.
doing over here is they're just promoting euthanasia left, right, and centre. Yeah, when you're old, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You know, recently I've been watching a lot of David Icke stuff lately, learning a bit more about some of the reptilian agenda stuff. I mean, it's real interesting. I mean, I don't know whether or not it's really reptilians or these guys have just mastered frickin' hypnosis and can make you see stuff or whatever. But whatever it is, it's some serious juju they're into. They can really mess with people, and not in a good way.
Well, you don't have to be a reptilian to know how to use mind control techniques.
Oh, of course.
Mass mind control techniques, and they're certainly experts at that. So, you know, they could make people believe.
Well, I run
maybe.
Yeah, I run Paradigm Shift in educational comedy, and I've been studying Illuminati mind control stuff, and I've actually been trying to practice using a little bit of it here and there to wake people up. I mean, it's just a tool. You know, a tool that can put someone to sleep can wake someone up. It's just bypassing the content. Exactly, because think about it like a hammer. You know, you could build a fence with it, or you could smash someone's skull open with it, but the hammer did not default to the negative action.
Remember, there is no hammer.
There's just a spoon, and that ain't real either. Yeah, that's really interesting times we're living in. Oh, you did realize we had an X-class flare yesterday, right?
Yeah, that was a big
one.
Yeah.
Well, if Mother Nature's gonna get pissy, it'll be by no later than tomorrow night.
Oh well.
Yeah.
You could ride.
48 hours after the last one, Fukushima hit the nuclear fan, so...
Yeah. Well...
Yeah, so if you've got an illegal arms manufacturing site in your back garden, watch out.
Yeah.
You're making nukes.
Yeah.
And
everybody else get a tinfoil hat on.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I've been documenting the pole shift and stuff, and, you know, I got video of the sun that proves that the sun is in the northwest right now, and it's never been there before. I got these idiots saying, "Oh, it's tilt of the earth. Someone must not have been paying attention in elementary school." I'm like, oh, come on, not that far. Not that. I mean, if this sun gets any farther northwest, it will be north. I mean, honest to God.
I mean, that sort of is similar to David Talbot's Electric Universe and the Saturn thing where we were a part of Saturn's system, and that's why all the old cave drawings are of that star.
Of that sun, upside down,
yeah, like the crescent.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've never heard anything about Earth being a part of Saturn's system.
Oh well, check out Troy
McClure.
Yeah,
he's from The Simpsons.
Yeah, Troy McLaughlin.
Well, wait a minute. I thought that far out.
You might know me from things.
You might not know me from the Saturn Death Cult.
Yeah, well, I thought that far out. The sun's rays wouldn't be able to get to you enough to sustain life.
No, but
not life as we know it, anyway.
That Saturn, the basic premise is that Saturn was like a brown dwarf star, and we were developed in the system. It had like a massive you know, we were in the clouds of Saturn basically, and that was a rogue brown dwarf that was just going through the cosmos, and it got caught into the gravitational pull of the Earth, of the sun, and then we got shot out into our present, luckily into our present.
Yeah, luckily, if it could have gone unluckily.
Yeah. That's time wave 532.
You can look at it both ways, really, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I did up a funny graphic on fracking on DeviantArt, and I immediately.
Have you gone somewhere? What's happened there?
Get the artwork.
Oh.
No, he's still here.
He's immediately gone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave Kills.
Taking oil out of the U.S. wells. The fracking scare is hype. I worked for a fracking company for years and know that it's not the murderous nightmare that is currently being hyped.
Stop, Dave. Could you start again? Because you actually got cut out at the beginning of what you were saying.
Ah, sorry. Well, what's the last thing you heard me say that was clear?
Immediately, yeah.
I immediately got a response from someone. His handle is Gen Jack Ripper. How fun. And he said, stop hydraulic fracking and you stop getting oil out of U.S. wells. The fracking scare is hype. I worked for a fracking company for years and know that it's not the murderous nightmare that is currently being hyped. And my response was, then go to these people's houses and have a glass of that water to drink if you are so confident.
Yeah, man.
Yes, the evidence is clear. I know the difference between... I'm reading my response. It's not too long, don't worry. I know the difference between hype and science. Stop the fracking and use wind and solar and switch cars to electric and stop fucking around, and you'll negate the need for oil. Unfortunately, it's a bunch of rich assholes' $200 trillion piggy bank, so they aren't so quick to give that up. I don't care where you worked. Please show me scientific evidence. Otherwise, you've got nothing more than a biased opinion, which is perfectly fine. I respect your right to have it and would defend your right to have it to my last dying breath. But your opinion is all it is. Show me evidence or just agree to disagree, because I'm agreeing to disagree with you here. Even if you were correct, which you are not, there are readily available 100% non-pollutant fuel sources which would be easy to implement on massive scales. Greedy fuckers just won't do it. The irony is, opening those technologies would create many, many, many times more jobs than there are now and would boost the global economy. But why do that? Screwing people is more fun.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually replied, I haven't read it yet.
Who's clapping?
Me.
Oh, God. Yeah, I love his intelligent reply. It's short but sweet. Blah, blah, blah. I will agree to disagree. Exactly. No evidence. Thank you. Drive through.
Wow.
Yeah, fracking is...
Yeah, fracking's no good, man. You're right there, Dave.
I think that guy needs to take his propaganda and go frack himself just personally.
Yeah.
Yet another person who's been programmed by his boss to speak the rhetoric even after he no longer works there.
Yeah.
Mind control, just like you were saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I am going to send you the link to what I was talking about. It's going to take me a moment to get at it. I'll get at it in a second. Mom! Pot Rose!
The Statue Fields are one of the most peaceful places in America.
It's contaminated.
Yeah, I kind of broke out the bubble wrap and went from there.
Should we play a tune before we...
Yeah, okay.
Frank Ellis.
I gave you guys the link, by the way.
We got it, yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yep.
By By the way, someone replied something very interesting to that. Kevin Zabo, he said, "I'm an inventor. I've come up with a way to build a 2-cycle engine that doesn't burn its lubricant and will be more fuel efficient." Sounds like a candidate for Type 1 radio interview, maybe?
Well, send him his details and we'll get in touch with him.
Well, if you look right in the link that I sent you, you'll see his reply, and you'll click on his name there, and that's the same profile I'd be heading over to.
Been fracked.
Yeah, I'm murdering you. You morons don't even know it. You are
That's Dave.
right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You like that one, do you?
Yeah.
Feel free to use it.
Okay.
Where did you get that from?
You made it.
Oh,
I made it.
you made it. Okay.
That's I've made all sorts of stuff. Browse the gallery. See where it says "You are fracked" by Paradigm Shifting? Click on Paradigm Shifting, and that'll take you to the main profile, and it'll show you all my stuff, my little picture in the upper left, and the bigger version of the picture, and the Deviant ID on the right, and so on and so on. It's got everything there.
Yeah.
Where's the
What? Bench agenda.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, down. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, yeah.
Oh.
Jay's got a profile on here, too.
Jay has?
Yeah, he does. He's got a profile on here, too. He uploads something every once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's kind of late over here in the UK, and we're going to head off to bed real soon. So thanks for everybody for listening to the podcast. Thanks for joining us, Dave.
No problem.
Excellent stuff. Feel free to join us again.
Do they call it the UK? Because one look at Tony Blair and you're like, ugh.
Absolutely, yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening to the podcast, and we will see you again next week. Bye.